spend 1 amber, it's like an action card.
Invited to the Hairy Tarantula.
And forge a key at current cost. Okay? That means that if you have 7 amber, during your turn, you can forge the key because the current cost is 6. If there's a creature in play that increases your cost to 7, well then obviously you would need 8 amber. You need to discard 1 amber and then forge your key at 7.
Tarantula Grand Opening Sale and Halloween Party, October 26th through the 28th. Enjoy complimentary food, dress up and enter the costume contest. Experience the terror of the Haunted Dungeon. Save money on your favorite games and comics. Visit hairyt.com for more details. That's HAIRYT.com.
There's no way to unforge. There may be a card. I think I remember seeing a card that said like, you know, unforge a key in that game 6 change, something crazy like that. So it's pretty tough to do. All right, is that cool? Any other questions?
Yep. Because these deck are like I would say L.
It's called a unique card game.
A unique card game. Okay. How you have the balance, like when you create the card game, like how you balance that to have all these different decks and they are all unique.
A very complex algorithm.
Okay.
Right? Some of the cards you'll see, like they aren't just thrown together. The decks are very, very well balanced. Most games that I've played have ended with like somebody winning and then the other person being like, I could have forged on my next turn, right? My 3rd key. Sometimes you'll get blown away. That's the way the card games work. There's one deck in here that tends to be very powerful. I won't tell you which one it is, but we'll see if its trend continues. There are certain cards in there that are always going to be paired together. For instance, the Untamed. There's a creature in the Untamed decks called the Ancient Bear, and anytime there's an Ancient Bear in the deck, there's an artifact which is the Bear Flute, right? And you use the Bear Flute to summon the bear out of your deck or your discard pile, wherever he is. And those cards will always come together. You'll never end up with a Bear Flute and no bear. That'd be kind of stupid, right? And there's some Shadows cards.
That would be TCGs in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Open the Bear Flute.
Where's the bear?
How many boxes do I open to get a bear?
Right, exactly.
Do you happen to know how many unique cards there are? Is there like 360 cards?
I've forgotten how many cards were made per faction.
And it's one card per deck, or are there multiples of?
There are multiples.
Okay.
There are multiples. You'll come across some decks that have up to 3 of the same card in it.
Okay, up to 3 is what.
Yeah.
Is there anything like in Magic where in the legendary rule implies that you can only have 1 copy of a card on the field at a time, so you can just have as many? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And finally there's no interrupts. It's not like Magic. You're never going to interrupt anybody, so don't worry about like watching your hand and stuff. You just wait for your turn. Exactly. And also you be careful about timing in the game. This is just a demo. This is just to learn how to play. So be gracious with each other. You know, if somebody says like, "Ah, crap, I should have played that card first," you say, "Okay, well, play that card." 'Cause it's fun to see what happens, right? Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes it's good to play a card that activates a character after you've used them, rather than vice versa. So grab some decks.
Where's Andrew? You should tell him that.
I thought you'd like it. There's no mail.
There's no mail. Yeah, I know. But
This is mine.
for the deck,
I was looking at that one because those are the factions I want to play.
Unchained Snake.
Well, it's just Shadow and
the timing on your unit.
But this one, because yes, this is Ryan.
How to play
Literally, I was like, okay, this is me now.
And there's going to be different. There's going to be different.
What was the demon?
Shadow's good. I like it.
Paladins are sentinels.
Yeah, but I want Shadow's decent. What was the question?
Sentinels are these guys.
I'll take.
Okay.
But
Then
yeah,
are they these guys?
You got this Untamed.
yeah, I think Shadows is more important. So I got Shadows.
I know. I picked me. I didn't care what the deck was. I just picked me.
That's like his and your
Ignatius Deep Scum.
Why everyone is grabbing already?
That's my reaction.
This reminded me of Zelda Medina. She was the
It's literally mine.
I know.
Twilight Princess.
You can't hold me.
I can't.
I want to.
All right, Matthew, let's rumble.
Okay.
Everybody want to watch me lose to Matthew?
You and me.
You guys gonna go play? I am Chang Snake Darefinch. Oh wait, I feel like that, right?
Yep. I will take.
What is left right now? Everyone's red. Actually, the cards.
What's this? Oh, there's an X on the card because these decks belong to people at my work who were given them at Gen Con, and a couple of the guys put X's on them just so that they didn't have to rifle through all of the decks to find their own again.
How to see the different kind of deck again? Sorry, is the
There,
color or
challenge
just
to duel.
Excellent.
Sorry? Well, how to see the different deck again? Is the
Okay, so on the
picture
front,
or
Patrick, the three factions there, including the decks. So Sentinels are paladins, Wargos are barbarians, and Logos are robots.
Yeah.
So this is the card drawing, taunting, big dudes.
Oh, okay.
Right, and this is demons and robots and Martians. And Martians are really good at forging or something.
They're good at doing chain
it's
action
demon?
with each other. Yes.
That's not very Jedi of you. What are you taking demons for there?
No,
Luke
I'm always
Skywalker?
always on the dark side.
Always on the dark side now.
Yeah.
Says the #1 Luke Skywalker player in the entire world.
Yeah,
#1 ranked Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
You'll not be disappointed.
Top ranked Luke Skywalker player and the original Origins Star Wars Destiny tournament. Top ranked.
Oh wow.
Yes. And he's like Luke all day, every day for 2.5 years, and now he's like, no, I'm dark side now. What? What are you saying? You can't do that. You can't just wake up one day and say, today I feel like being,
He was just flying.
You can't just come in and say, today I feel like being a radish. You can't do that. You're not a radish, Patrick. You are a Jedi. All right.
Yeah, it looks
go.
like this is.
How do we determine who goes first?
Good. We can
Stuff.
Sure, ping pong style.
Got it. That one.
Okay, so I get to choose who goes first. I'll go first.
All right. So you're gonna get to play one card.
3, 4, 5, 6,
It's not
7.
really an advantage.
30,
No, it's not really.
37,
And you can take a mulligan if you're not happy with the
I have to lose one.
cards in your hand.
Go ahead.
Okay, you
Yeah,
go.
or the-
You want to try?
No, he draws an extra because you mulligan.
No, I still remain first player.
Oh yeah, we would just get one box and then.
I have an idea. Because we're gonna get confused.
There's some keys there. There's also those little yellow ones are Terra Mystica tokens that you can use. They're desert on one side and wasteland on the other.
Yeah, this is 6 already. Oh, but you won it. Yeah, these are mine. Yeah.
Okay. 6 cards.
Okay. See how this works for me. So, let's have a look at your cards for a little bit. Yeah. And guys, there's you can use some of these. There's lots of these to be used. We can put them over here as well. There's some
Change.
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
So does each player need a chain sheet, or is this sort of like a group one?
To be honest, I don't really know. But it's rare that more than one player will have chains at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Untamed, and I'm going to play the Ancient Bear. Okay. And then he activates at the end of my turn. He's got Assault 2, which means before this creature attacks, deal 2 damage to the attacked enemy. Okay. There are certain creatures that are called elusive, which means that they dodge, like no damage is assigned when they're attacked. So I don't do damage and you don't do damage to me. However,
So you're gonna choose who goes first.
damage without an attack goes through the dice. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then on your turn,
And then you're gonna draw 6 cards or something?
No, I've got 6.
But then I can
So I'm
play
gonna call
as many as I want.
Brobnar.
But I get 7.
you got 7 for 1.
I'm gonna play Smash! And I'm gonna stun a creature. I choose your Ancient Bear.
Yep. There we go. So he's stunned.
And then I'm done.
You can play more cards if you like,
Holy
but
cow.
No, it's
Maybe
my
I
only
can shuffle.
part of that
If you
faction.
want to shuffle, go ahead and shuffle.
And I have 6, so I don't have to draw.
Well, it might be better
I
if
am
I
going
don't
to.
shuffle.
I'll let you decide.
And then I can crush.
Go for it.
I'm going to play Brobnar as well,
We'll play again if I
and he.
Oh, you raised it in my
Yeah, and you draw up to 6.
Wait, I go first.
I'm on 6.
You're on 6.
Oh,
Good.
well, then I can win
So
with
then
1.
I will
Okay, fine. I'm gonna
play
activate
Brobnar
Shadows.
as well. I'm going to play 2 artifacts.
He enters play ready.
Okay, this is the Gauntlet of Command. As an action, I could ready and fight with a friendly creature. And this is the Screech Bomb, which has the term Omni. Omni means that I can use that any time, like regardless of faction. So I could have Untamed activated. And I
Yes,
can
in
So then what does it actually do?
this will you will lose 2. Yeah, so this blows up, and you lose 2 amber.
Got it.
So he has a character that enters ready. Can he read immediately?
Okay, it says
This is ready.
this character enters ready. Yeah,
So even though he only plays 1 card, he can do any actions that the card would allow him to do. Normally.
correct.
Okay. Oh, you got it?
I took 1.
Alright, so you play 2 guys and you're done your turn. Alright, so my turn.
Logos.
So some of them are creatures, like these are creatures, these are the attack power, and then this is
So cards like this, in current board state, what would happen?
You would do the first thing.
So I can go do as much as I can.
That's right.
Okay.
And if you only had one and you only had one,
I'd have to do one. Okay. So I'll start with the library access, which is.
Alright, so I'm going to call Shadow.
You tell me to play another card, draw a card.
And I'm going to put it on my guys.
I'm going to do Twin Bolt Mission, so it deals to
None of them actually matter.
I have
so he's
no
elusive and he's got skirmish.
Skirmish.
Skirmish means that when you attack, no damage is done back to him.
Hilarious.
I will
And then
play
he's got
Elusive
as well.
and a trigger that I can't use, and this guy has elusive and a trigger.
Dexterity comes right now.
Yeah, play is capture 2, but yeah, I don't have it. Right.
Smash. If I fight, and we both do 5 and he'll die.
I'm drawing a card.
Can't use him because you activated.
Oh, so that's right.
Activated
So you
Shadow.
can't even attack.
No, can't do anything.
Sorry, can I ask something quick?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so the very first turn after we have the hand, you say something that if we get certain card, we were able to forge a key or able to do something? Do you remember what it is?
You want me to have a look at your card quickly?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Consider the adventure, which is when he fights, he's dealt no damage.
When you fight.
Yeah.
So, but that.
When I use him to fight.
Yes.
Yeah. When he fights, I draw a card. And then, but I'm also, because of the library access, I'm going to draw a card.
No way, first player draws up to 7.
Oh, yeah, how did we decide it?
And then I'm going to play my rocket boots on Luxio. I'm going to draw a card.
Right, the first turn, right? Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be, so I'm going to put these over here now. Go ahead.
Okay, I already have 6 because I only.
Greg, did you see the name of my character? I'm Chang
I draw at the
Snake
beginning of my
Deerfinch.
turn,
It's my
right?
new
Okay.
Shadowrun name. I don't even
So
care.
I'm gonna pick Untamed.
That's my Shadowrun name.
Okay. Oh, they come in tap.
Exhausted, not tapped.
Right. My friends call me
Okay,
Snake.
wait.
Oh,
next
yeah,
time
no,
I'm
Chang to my head.
Gotcha.
This is the first play of the game. Smash! That's his name. What's your name? Smash!
I'm gonna play
You have to
another
hold it for the extra node, right?
Yeah, no, you have to. I mean, that's what the extra A's are for. It's
Yeah, his name
required.
is Smash! What's your name?
If
If your name is a verb, then you're doing things right.
Smash!
I'm going to.
Right, I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready for the deliver the beating.
Either side.
Okay.
Either side. Okay, so I am going to activate Untamed.
Yes.
Okay.
I am going
I
to
deal 1 for each friendly creature in play. So I can do
You,
3. I can divide it among any
very
number.
nasty
First,
right
I'm
off
gonna
the
see what
bat.
that does.
Fight like it if it's the first time the creature is used ready yet.
I'm going to
Oh,
play
you can do them twice?
Perilous Wild.
Okay.
Quick
I guess I
sound.
know where that 3's going.
Yeah, I wanted that, but I think
Ember.
that's scary. So
Elusive
kill
creature.
that.
That is a hell of a play.
And that,
Yeah.
oh, that does not give me a thing.
Bye, guys.
Later. Okay, and I
Bye.
get the amber for that. Yep.
I'm gonna play
then
this.
I'm going to
Turn up to 3
play.
creatures to your owner's hand.
Then I'm going to play
Turn that to your
Flaxia,
hand.
and when I play that, I gain
So, yeah.
2 amber if I control more creatures than my opponent, which I do.
And that
So
gets
I
me
gain
1.
2 amber, and then I'm going to exhaust the Ancient Bear to
And
remove
here.
the stun
I'm gonna exhaust up to 3 creatures
token from him,
and get it.
and that's
Okay.
my turn.
Sorry, quick question. So first turn, I only able to put 1 card, right?
Correct.
And your
First player of the game.
first player of the game
The
can only
second,
play 1
the
card.
guy going second gets to play as many as he wants.
So he plays as many as 1 because at first I come down, nothing to fight. So even my creatures has nothing to beat on, right? So I
But
can
you
only
can't
use
do
it
anything with your
effectively.
creature anyway because it comes in exhausted.
Oh, it comes in exhausted. The first
Yeah.
guy comes.
No, always.
every
All
guy.
creatures that you play onto the board and all artifacts you
I'm
play onto the board
going
come in
to
exhausted and can't be used on your turn.
Unless they have a
Wait, I am
card
exhausted now.
ability.
Oh,
to
okay.
play.
So even my opponent
So I'm going to rob
turns
Mark,
comes,
play a
it
lava
has to
ball.
be come in
So it deals
exhausted.
4 damage to
Unless
creature
there's a
and
card
then
that
2 to
says
each
that you
creature
can
on the
ready
side.
an exhausted
I
creature.
just asked what splashes, so
Yeah.
it's 2 sides. So
No,
These
he's
two
dead.
die.
Yeah, and he takes 2.
So I can
That doesn't
call
give you chains?
Dis
Come on.
or
No, it doesn't.
Brobnar.
Brobnar. I think I'm going to call Brobnar. Some guys have Brobnar.
Okay.
Bumpsy.
That's a
Losing
great
Amber.
a gauntlet of command.
Like a holiday.
Headhunter.
So its action is
I like how this entire faction is like 5 power guys.
Yeah.
So now if I fight Flaxia,
You destroy him,
he'll live.
and he gets 4 damage.
4 damage.
Correct.
But he'll still be dealing 5 damage next time he fights us.
Correct.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to fight Flaxia.
Okay. Destroy.
I had one shadow.
When does damage get removed? Or does it just hang
It
around?
doesn't. There are cards that heal.
Okay,
So he's at 1 hit more and he'll die.
Yeah.
It doesn't heal. It's very much like what do you call it? Hearthstone. Hello. Hi.
Right?
Hi.
I'm bad with names.
You got it.
Everybody just likes the names of their decks, don't you?
Well, no. This is the name of my deck.
Right. I appreciate that, but I gotta feed on. It's been a little
Question.
while.
So this one, the fight and reap, the
why I like
reap is
this deck.
actually is the capture one.
No, I don't.
When you
I
reap,
don't want to bring my dog
you
to
exhaust your character,
You get
Yeah,
that,
and
right?
you get an amber.
So this is a fight you
That's pretty
back.
sweet.
The
And
capture
if
is
you-
a
Let
no,
me get out of my
if you
work
ever
first.
reap-
I'm still at work.
If you
When
tap
I'm done
that,
here,
you
I'll
take 1
call you
amber.
back, okay?
Yeah. Then you capture 1 amber, which means you take that
Oh,
amber
so the
from him and you
rip,
put
the
it
rip
away.
effect will be able to grab his to steal it in here.
Onto
too.
there, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Same thing happens if you decide to fight with him.
Okay.
So I'm going to play. I'm going to play Brobnar as well.
I'm going to read.
So if this guy dies, do I have to re-count my ranks?
Yeah, and everybody slides back in. So I'm going
And
to.
then I can return a card from my
Can't kill Smash.
to
He's
my
like my
hand.
totem animal.
It's
He
going
is
to be
good.
this guy. Silver.
So I'm going to probably kill Smash.
Okay.
And I played this.
So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to assign the Phoenix heart to the Ancient Bear.
Omni, I don't know.
I'm going to play Balder. Balder deals 2 more damage while attacking an enemy creature on the
For the
flank.
remainder of the turn, my friendly creatures can't
And
do
I'm
that.
going to use the Gauntlet of Command. Okay. The Gauntlet of Command is I get to ready and fight with a friendly creature. So I'm going to fight with him. He is going to destroy the Headhunter. And he is destroyed, he gets 5 damage, but this creature has gained destroyed. Return this creature to the owner's hand, and deal 3 damage to each creature in play. I should not have played Baldur yet. Oh well, it's my mistake.
You want to take it back? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Do that.
Smash.
Then I play Baldur, thank you,
This
and
dust runner onto him.
then I will, he's exhausted, and I think I'm going to stay like that. Readies and readies.
What does Omni do? He has a card with Omni.
You can use it on any turn no matter what you activate.
Okay.
If you call Dis or whatever, or Sentinel, if it has Omni, you can use it no matter what.
And a turn counts for both, like,
No, your own turn.
so it says for the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature cannot be dealt damage.
Correct.
That's for if I wanted to play a card that does everybody in the world damage or something.
Yes, or if you attack with those creatures.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna call Dis. Play Succubus. Play a Guardian Demon. Play the Lash of Broken Dreams. And I'm gonna play Fear. Pop that guy back here.
Or it goes back to my hand?
Yeah.
I'm ready then.
And then I'm going to
I draw up to 6.
You cannot.
Oh, that's right. He's Robin. I can't do that. Okay.
What do these guys do? During their
Okay,
draw
I'm gonna
card step,
do
you're
Shadow.
shown it. He fills their
wait,
hand
no,
to
I
1
have-
less card.
I have 6.
Close.
Like I heal
Play
people.
heals up 2 damage to the creature, and deal that amount of damage to another creature. Wow. And then what's that artifact?
Keys cost +3 amber during opponent's turns. I'm gonna draw 3. I'm gonna draw 4 cards.
That is harsh. Okay.
4. You're up.
Yeah, that's okay. You can do the branding. It's fine.
Okay, I'm going to play Untamed. I'm going
You
to
were wondering where Richard Garfield's been up to for the last 20 years. Here it is.
going to play Nocturnal Maneuver. Nocturnal Maneuvers in the dark. Exhaust up to 3 creatures. I'm going to exhaust those 3 creatures there.
But if you want to
This
change
gives me an
I don't want to
amber.
do Shadow.
Okay.
Because I'm
So, then I'm
not
going
doing
to
what I
play
usually do.
What is that?
Build Ancient Bear again.
It's very inconvenient, isn't it?
Barb.
So this Primal faction is pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
I'm really impressed by
You
it.
still do damage to me even if I destroy it.
Yes. I'm just
No, they stay exhausted. Oh,
Right, because they read at the end of my turn. Right. Okay.
This down.
So you're picking the then whatever.
Oh, you're
called
right. then I can't
Brobnar.
do him, though.
No, you have to pick one.
Smash!
Another one.
Stun that guy. I'm gonna play my headhunter.
He's cool.
I like him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Untamed. I'm
I'm gonna stop there
I'm just gonna
and
kill him.
nope. Ready my characters.
I have elusive.
Creatures. And
I mean, I
kill that
yeah.
Okay, so you drew one less card. Right? You know, 5.
You want to change it up now?
Succubus.
Yeah, because I think you
Go
want to
ahead.
change it up.
I should remind you.
It's okay. I should make, what I'll do this.
Okay.
I'll put that on my deck.
Demons are
Want
strong.
any cards bad?
They are.
I have no.
So,
This guy's name is Smash. He's my favorite
Yeah,
creature.
yeah. I'm still gonna
That's his
say
name.
that, but I'm just gonna read.
Okay, so you're reading it.
And
my deck name is Chang Snake
I'm
Darefish.
playing down a
My
witch.
friends call me Snake.
When I play another.
You don't have any friends.
Well, when I reap, I
Fine,
can
sweetie.
take a card from my discard.
okay, so I'm going to...
Smash.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Brobnar, I'm going to play Baldur.
And I'm gonna play
I'm going
the fairy
to
that
ready
I
and
got
fight
from my
with a friendly
hand.
creature.
Because I played a
And I'm
creature,
going to
I get
destroy
one.
the succubus.
Sure.
And that's it.
Okay, I take 3 damage. And then I'm going to...
Okay.
So these are like actions.
So if I have, this is the first turn, he already unexhausted, and this one exhaust come down second turn. I cannot attack with this because I choose this fraction.
Correct.
Cards
Okay.
from that faction.
Correct.
Unless they have Omni. They have Omni, you can use them whenever.
You can
Yes.
cast them with
That's usually
any
only
cost or
artifact.
anything. You can just
Okay, so then
cast
what
them.
I'm going to do is I'm going to play
But you can't
Anger,
cast
ready and fight with a
other,
friendly creature.
from
So I'm
cards
going to
from
ready
other
him,
factions. Start
and
by
for
playing
Anger,
you just do
and
what
I'm
and
going
they come
to
in
fight
to play
again.
exhaust, which is like 10.
When I play creatures,
Some
I get
but they come like
The headhunter.
like
Sure.
play
Destroy the
mission.
headhunter.
To do 2 and 2.
Okay, but I didn't fight, so I don't gain any
The
ammo.
goal of the game is to forge
And that's
enemies
the end of my turn.
that you get by
Oh, this guy forgot to ready. Sorry.
collecting
This guy's ready. Oh,
yeah.
play 6 ember each time.
Give me that.
For,
And I can drop to 6 now.
and I think you get an ember every time you attack. Is that
What's that?
how do you
I'm going to
create
wild
ember?
roll, which says play the top
By
5
attacking, by
By reaping, you can reap
So
with
you can attack the player and gain resources, or you can Hearthstone pump
this. I didn't realize
into other creatures to trade.
yeah.
So Hearthstone,
You
dude.
do?
He knows Hearthstone.
That's cool.
Alright,
question for you.
I'm gonna
My
call.
card is on the wild wormhole.
Yeah.
It's just play the top card of your deck. Even if it's not this faction, can I play it still?
So this game is non-collectible, I presume.
Yes, that's right.
Comes in exhausted.
So I'm gonna
Based on the fact that
Deals plus
the
2
backs
all
of the
attacks and
cards
then
are
on the
not.
flank.
yeah, they're all personalized to the decks. Yeah.
Okay.
Based on
Okay.
the fact that the backs of the cards
I'm
are
gonna
not.
call this.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna play Schuler from my hand. I'm gonna steal one of your rocks because you have 4 or more. Thank you. I'm on the board.
Okay, I have to go with the guy whose nickname is Nope.
Nope, is that his name? That's amazing.
Lyle.
Alright, so I'm going to
That's something
reap
Nation's Deep
with this
Scum.
character. Sure. So I gain a resource. I don't steal from you, right?
Okay.
And, oh, I should have played
Okay.
on the turn I played him.
And
I could heal
first
2.
player
Nobody was
draws
damaged.
7
Oh, okay,
cards,
then never mind.
but he
Deal
can
up to
only
2
play
damage
just
from a
1
creature.
card from his hand.
Deal that amount of damage to another creature. So I'm going to give 2 damage to Ancient Bear.
So how do we determine who goes first? Die roll.
Die roll, and the first player gets only 1 card play to slow
First
down.
player gets 7 cards, and then you only get 1.
You can only play 1 card as the first player.
Okay, we need to get your artifacts.
Tails.
What do they do?
Actually, wait,
This
Tails
one
never
is going to
fails.
make me lose 2
Tails
amber
never
when I
fails.
sacrifice it, and this one allows me to
never
fight with any friendly creature on the
Shadow.
Alright,
Right.
so you go first. You get 7.
Alright, so I'm going to play
Play,
Poltergeist.
steal one. So I get
Use your Gauntlet of Command. Ready to
steal
fight
is
with a
yours.
friendly
Oh,
creature.
steal
Capture
is
is this.
Oh,
You take it.
score. Steal one.
Ready with this one.
Good thing
There's
I'm
no
not-
reason.
So it has to fight.
play
right?
whatever.
And these
Yeah,
two
it has
are
to
ready.
fight. Okay.
The
okay.
only resource is
But can I
you
fight with
name
any
one
friendly
of the
creature
3
when I did
factions.
activate?
Really?
You can only
Okay.
play cards from that
So
faction.
then
that
already.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with
Silvertooth.
I'm going to
logos,
sacrifice. The guardian
and I'm
is
gonna play
good.
this guy.
and I'm going to draw a card.
I didn't think this through. This is tough.
No, I'm not going to draw a card.
You can take it back if you don't.
No, it's fine, it's fine. It can be Bumpsy. Bumpsy's done his job, so I'm going to ready and fight with Bumpsy. Bumpsy's going to fight Bear.
Yeah, I think Reed's attack.
And your
So whenever you attack, I think that happens.
Is it?
That's the second part of the
What?
text.
Whenever you attack,
Destroy
it
their
happens.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's why I wanted to play it.
That's
And
awesome.
I'll just use this action just
Do I
because your
draw
keys
or do I
cost
draw
+3 this
something?
next turn.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's,
When did you draw?
I gotta do something about that.
When did you draw for turn?
You draw at the end of your turn up to 6 cards, unless otherwise.
You have to fill your hand to
War
6.
song for the remainder of the turn. Gain 1 each time a friendly creature.
You have to call one of the 3 colors. That's the key. When you spend 6, you get to flip one.
I'm gonna play a troll.
Okay.
So this game is fun. And the cards aren't super powerful, so the games are going to go a while. These are going to be like 15, 20 minute games, I think. We've been at it for like 15 minutes now.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a 45 minute game.
Don't let him win.
I'm doing my best, boss.
Okay, so I gotta go. It's coming back to the shame.
I gotta make sure the clients win. That's my. Gotta make it look close.
Which reminds me, I should probably punch out.
Oh yeah.
I don't punch out.
What happened if an artifact has an ember?
You collect an ember.
I collect it.
Yes. We get an
also
ember.
going to
Okay, I'll get it.
do my action gauntlet, which is ready, and fight with a friendly creature.
Move these out of your way.
Every 6 embers you create a key.
Okay.
And you need 3 keys.
Be angry.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. You must. You do it at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah, let's do
7.
that.
I wanted to kill him before you could do that, but I.
Okay.
Well, actually, what's gonna happen? He's gonna reap.
So
And when he reaps, I gain 1. I steal 1.
Brobnar.
From this. I'll play it, and then I'm gonna use yours to sack it.
It's a troll? Is that his name? Troll?
Oh, so you do have a third faction. Good. I was beginning to worry.
I'm gonna go fight some things.
Yeah. Exactly. So I call it Sanctum. I put
Valdir
my cards up there.
Alright, so I'm going to keep going with what's working for me. Just keep going with this, I think.
And
Yeah. Put a couple of them on the board.
I can choose the order, can't I?
Sandy.
This is hot.
This will
I like
attack?
that card. Okay.
No
I'm going to call Demon.
damage to either of us,
Yes.
'cause I sacrificed your thing.
I'm going to play Gongoozle from my
Each time a
hand.
friendly creature fights again,
Google.
Gongoozle.
Nice.
Gongoozle. Gongoozle says it does 3 damage to a creature. I target champion tablet.
Okay.
If it is not destroyed, its owner discards random parts of their hand.
dies, right?
okay.
Robot.
You've been Gongoozled. Choose that one.
And I get
Opponent's
damage
keys
from the
cost
potion.
+1.
That is
I
the
give
worst
you
one. That's
Probably,
probably
probably a good card.
And then the troll is gonna fight the guy that
Okay, she has shield up, right? So she has
Because
5.
but that's still.
She has 5 life, right? So my demons are on.
Okay, how does this
hunt.
then?
So
What-
Screw is
what
going
do
to
these
fight
things
to
mean?
kill
I
her.
gain 1 from fighting
That
the troll.
is
The Guardian Demon is going to
power
read.
and
That's good.
HP
And
of the card.
I can't have me heal.
Deal another
Plus 3.
No,
But I'm going to
Yours
demon.
has a 1. Oh,
Yeah.
mine has a
And
flame.
that's my turn.
Yeah.
1 card.
That
was great.
The shield absorbs 1 damage, 1 time per turn.
Okay.
Okay, so you can have a shield with 2. If you're attacked from 2 different creatures, it absorbs the damage on the first attack, second attack. It goes
They regenerate in a turn, just like magic. Alright, I'm done. I've drawn my card.
God, okay.
So if our creature attacks your 4
Whatever deck I buy has to have
won't
smash.
die.
I'll buy it. I'll refund it.
Then I'll play
This guy's my totem.
I'm playing
Untamed.
And
For
you
each
shuffle
reveal, you may
each.
ready
Wow,
one
bye guys.
I'll reveal
Bye.
this Morse card.
Bye. Hey, your keys cost +3 this turn, don't forget.
I'm gonna get rid of that thing if I can.
This is savage.
It's very harsh.
Alright, what is this?
This is the Witch of the Eye. Whenever I reap, I can return a card from
How
my
do we
discard
attack?
pile
Why
to
do
my
we attack
hand.
again?
And this
Oh, yeah,
I
to
reap
reap.
an extra
Okay.
amber, but he's elusive, which means that he can dodge your first attack.
Which
Yeah,
one?
so
And I'll
I have to say,
read
I'm very impressed with the beasts.
Yeah,
They're very cool.
They're
I'm
fun.
gonna stun a creature. Troll.
Alright, so I'm going to call Shadow. I'm going to play Phantom, Silver Tooth,
Alright,
Old
I'll
Bruno,
end.
and Super Needle on my hand. So this guy says each time I play an artifact, steal 1. So I played an artifact, I want to steal 1. Thanks.
There you go.
I'll call
This guy says enters the play with ready. Good for you. This guy says play capture 3.
Oh yeah, it's old Bruno, eh?
Old Bruno's pretty savage.
I've had some experience with old Bruno.
This guy's ready to go.
Why is the draw at the beginning of the turn? If there's no one
It's
erupts,
not.
No, it's at the end of the turn.
It is at
you
the
fill
end?
your hand and enter just like Star Wars Ethnium.
So I'll put this thing up here.
So this guy is 2.
that makes
So
more
rather
sense.
than
Now I can
fairy,
actually
nothing happens.
prepare
She
for
hits
my
me
turn.
back.
Nobody
I'll deal
is
3
dealt
damage to your
Oh,
guy.
Prevents both sides. Okay.
Prevents one,
totally
so
dodged.
No point to do that.
Takes the shield.
Run into her. I die.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it takes a shield.
That sucks.
Okay,
It
So I think I'll just
absorbs,
read.
it absorbs
Yeah.
1
Let's
damage
play.
out of the
Go
3.
for it.
Wait, does it?
Then I'm
Okay,
done.
so I'm punching his guy. Does his guy take any damage?
Your guy takes 3 damage.
But he has a shield.
Correct. So he takes 2.
Okay. It's fun.
And you take you get an amber for that. Don't forget.
That penny comes into play, doesn't do anything.
Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna draw back up to 6.
Routine job, which is steal one.
This is pretty good. You're able to play numerous cards per turn.
Well, you have sweepers, and all these guys have
I'll play
elusive.
Luke the Body,
Actions
so
on the stack.
leader
When
of
I
the
play, I
turn,
only
gain 1
steal
amber
one
every
because
time
there's
an
currently
enemy
no
creature is
cost.
destroyed.
That's how that works.
Steal 1, then steal 1 for each
I'll punch
card
your guy.
routine
Oh,
value.
it's
Hasn't
Oh my
entered
God.
my discard pile.
So I'll
Right. I
gain
only steal one.
amber.
That's right.
The first one steals 1, the second one steals 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's additive.
My
not
guy, does my guy
exponential.
take damage back?
And then
Amazing. I'm almost never able to use this card. What was the question?
Does my guy take damage back when I attack his guy?
Simultaneous damage.
Okay, does the damage stay after the turn?
It
Yeah,
does.
heals.
It stays until some power heals it or whatever. I've got some red tokens in here if you want as well. There's some 1s here.
that's going to be
1s and 5s and things like that.
tap everybody. And then I'm going to.
Okay, so
Supposed to take.
And it's your turn.
I'm going to play Untamed again. Can I look at your
Yeah,
discard?
I'm gonna be
This is a
Shadow.
3
Yeah,
and,
you may.
I'm playing the Sting, which is it skips my Keyforge
so I
step,
take 4.
my Forge key step. I get all amber
Wow.
spent by you.
Okay, how do items work? How does this thing work?
And I can, as an action, sacrifice it. So that I know
That's an artifact.
Okay.
It's an artifact, so it goes back into your. It goes along your back row here.
I'm gonna put down
You
the
can
dodger.
activate it.
And then I activate it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So, wait, ready and fight with a friendly creature. What does that mean?
What is a friendly creature?
So your creatures come into play exhausted?
Yeah.
So when you play that card, you get to untap your guy, and then he gets to fight another creature in play. He doesn't get to reap or anything.
Another creature?
Yes.
Friendly creature.
I'm gonna read.
Fight with the friendly creature. So
action
this guy gets to be readied and fight.
Performing an action.
Oh, okay, so it's helping your guy.
You get a second use out of the guy every turn.
Okay.
But the use has to be fight. You can't do anything else. Yeah. You can still ready him,
Okay.
but you can't, if he has nothing to fight, then he's just done.
So I'm going to play Untamed. I'm going to play Life Web. If your opponent played 3 or more creatures on their previous turn, steal 2.
Wow! Savage!
Okay, and then I'll draw 4.
I was so close to like a key.
Yeah, that's good. I get 1 amber for that. Then I'm going to play Mimicry. When you play this card, treat it as a copy of an action card in your opponent's discard pile.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to take this.
Captures 1.
Wait, fight means fight a
And,
creature.
you're-
And reap means fight the player.
And steal and gain a resource. Yeah.
Thanks.
The profit is gain a resource.
Skeleton
Shoot a
key.
guy.
A friendly creature captures 1.
Yes. I'm going to use that. Deal 1 damage. If that
I
destroys it, I
cannot
gain
force
an
to
amber.
like kill it. So hopefully I'll have some amber left.
This only talks about attack damage, right? So
Correct.
like AoE damage.
Then
Yeah.
I'm going
I'm going to
action,
reap
Naughty's going to
with
steal
the
1 from
Witch
you.
of the Eye. Gains me a token. I'm going to take Mimicry back into my hand.
He costs +3.
How did the refill work? Reap.
Yeah, every time I reap,
Hey, wait.
That wasn't the right time to do it,
yeah,
I guess.
she's got a good little.
How does this work? So does he just get to use this like every turn? To make my keys cost +3 forever?
But he has to call dis. If he doesn't call dis, he can't use it.
Okay.
So he can't just do it forever.
Okay.
Only when I go.
And if you're able to repeat actions, you're only allowed to do it up to 3 times. Okay, so then I'm going to play Mimicry again, and I'm going to do Gongoozle. I'm going to deal 3 damage
And then
to
when Bad Penny
Bruno.
is destroyed, return her to my hand. So I'm going to play Bad Penny.
Yes, that seems to work.
Started, and then I'm going to reap with the Dew Fairy 2 more.
Nexus is going to reap. I'm going to steal 1 of yours.
Play a dude.
How much
Play another dude.
I've got a bunch.
I hate Shadow.
4,
And then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you got one of those cards that makes me discard down or something?
reap you.
And
So I'll
trying to
take
see
a thing.
if I lose the game. Alright.
And then I'll heal.
No,
3
I can only
damage.
you can only
one key
forge
at a
1
time.
key per turn, unless you have a card that allows you to forge a key
draw
during your turn.
That's not what I wanted to do.
oh, and I got it ready.
Oh, wow, I got blown out there. Turn. That's rough.
We're out of board
Okay.
space. Help. Help.
So I guess I call Brobnar because the other actually is called Dis and just like costing 3 extra. Is that worth it? Might just be worth it.
Whittle me down.
You have to forge a key. Right?
I do.
You have to pay 9.
Correct.
Might just be worth it. Okay, I call this.
Soft
So I'm
landing.
gonna activate that.
It's an action. So actually, I think it goes here. And next creature or artifact play.
You can also discard discards of your hand.
8 discards in my hand.
Okay, I'm gonna call Sanctum.
Okay. I'm gonna discard Fear. I'm
One
gonna play
combat.
Gateway to Dis.
Action reveal any number of
Destroy each
Mars
creature you
cards.
play, gain 3 chains.
And for each card reveal this
That was
way, you
worth it
may
to get
already
rid of
one
that.
Mars
Creature.
card.
You're holding cards.
Yeah.
So here, okay.
So now I'm going to draw back up to 5 cards.
Correct. And then we just
Now,
I'm going to.
So good. So I spend 9. I'll tell you what there in a sec.
Why did I discard Fear then? Should have discarded
Put
it.
this
I'll
upgraded.
keep Fear in my hand.
So you're
No worries.
Oh no, you're
Get
not
I think I get one of these.
No, I had to discard in order to see if this card. That's fine. Okay, I did do it right.
I have a question here. So when I play this upgrade, if I have a number here, does it stay on the card or do I just gain it?
Which one?
And archive. The way archive works is that you you put the cards here. Like technically, it's sort of you put them here, and then they stay there as long as you want. And then when after you activate your faction, you can then pick up all of the cards out of your archive and put them in your hand. So it's a way
I'm gonna
perhaps
destroy.
creating combos in your hand. If you can archive 2 cards, you can archive cards that have very strong play abilities. You take them off the board so you can use their play ability
Then I'm
again.
going to destroy each of my artifacts, and I gain 2 amber for each. So that's 4 amber.
First key there.
Alright,
And then
cost
I'm
you
going
9,
to
right?
play. It did cost me 9.
I will.
Pretty heavy.
Guess I'll beat you.
And then
I'm going to play Sanctum. I play the Raiding Knight, who allows me to
Deals 2
capture
damage
1.
to
Yep.
a creature, and this damage.
And then I'm going to
I need 2.
nothing else.
Alright. Yeah, boy. So you'll take 2.
So I'm going to call Brobnar.
Sure.
I can only forge one
Lead
each.
with the pile of skulls.
And one of my guys takes 2 damage?
Yeah.
Each time an enemy creature is destroyed during your turn, a friendly creature captures 1.
So,
And
I'm
now
going
in my
to use
turn.
that to reveal that.
With a Ganger Chieftain play, you may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Well,
You make ready and fight with the neighboring.
I can't use him at all. Oh, so maybe I should
Put
have
a
done that.
King of the Crag down, which is...
You want to play
What is
somebody else.
stun? Brobnar character gets
Stun is you take a token and you put it onto a
I'm going to use
creature.
my Gauntlet of
And
Command.
that creature's stunned, he can't do anything until you exhaust him.
Until I exhaust what I'm actually
Yeah.
going to do is...
So in other words, if you play Logos, you can do whatever you want with him, and then you just exhaust him, and then you remove the stun.
Oh, okay.
And then he's good to go for the next turn.
Alright, so I'm going to take back my play.
Sure,
So
go for it.
I'm slurring the sequence of his name. I'm going to call Dis. Snudge. He doesn't do anything when he's in the play, but his 5 ability is to return an artifact or flank creature to its owner's hand. Either side. That's actually quite versatile.
Yes.
So
That's my play.
When you read,
Do
you
that.
get
I can definitely.
An amber.
The soul will fight him. She takes 4.
Gets an extra one.
You get the 3 back.
Right. Okay,
Generally
so
speaking, you put your amber
stop
on
taking
your
my stuff.
Right. So I've drawn my 1 card to get back up to 5.
Good.
And I changed her down to 1. So next turn I still only draw to 5, right?
Correct.
So I will do you. So I'll heal 3.
Okay, so I forge
Take a thing.
I don't like that guy's ability. I find it unpleasant.
It's very good.
Yeah. So I'm going to play Sanctum.
Then
I'm
already.
going to play Blinding Light.
Now I'm going to be
Choose a house,
saying
stun each creature of that house. I'm going to choose this.
Oh, sorry, you did something.
I'm going to destroy each creature with a power of 3 or higher.
Then I'm going to
put him
I'll fight
reap.
this.
Sure.
So I get 1 back.
And he'll take 5.
Or there. That's my turn.
Alright, Brobnar. Banner of Battle, Pile of Skulls, Ganger Chieftain.
Dang.
So can I fight with a stun creature?
You cannot.
Ready and fight, but I use the
And then
stun.
this is like gone or something, I guess?
So my big
so what happens
dramatic
is
turn
once
was ruined
3 or
I
higher.
like my stun.
by your
I'm going to play
stun.
Shield of
if I
Justice.
pull this again, I can
1.
cast it?
For the remainder of turn, each friendly creature cannot be dealt
What does the
damage.
banner do?
My friendly creature gets +1 power.
Okay, I'm going to
Each friendly creature.
Yeah,
discard
each friendly creature gets
Cleansing
+1 power.
Wave.
And I'm off my
After an
chains.
enemy
don't have
creature
damage.
I'll
is
use my
destroyed,
boots.
fighting
Cool.
Crumb.
its controller loses 1 amber.
Damn. Okay, that is.
I'm gonna call Shadow.
I'll fight this guy.
Play routine job, so I have 1 copy here, so I steal.
So he'll
2
take
from you.
3, I guess.
Yeah. So if this guy is defending, if this guy is being bumped by his
Naughty
creature,
the Thief
will
will
it
take
still
another
do
one.
2 extra damage or not?
Sorry, say that again?
So he's attacking me with his 6 creature. Right?
Yeah.
Will this still happen?
Your opponent skips the core
When
key step.
you put use the fight ability.
Okay, so after creature's destroyed, fighting this thing, I draw a card. So I'll draw a
And
card.
I'm going to pass. Actually,
And then I'll
going
read
to-
that penny will actually
so I'll
fight
gain
the
a
urchin.
thing.
Play.
Because it's until the end of the turn for the other thing, right? So this is
And
not
then I'll
my
draw
turn.
a
But
card.
he's a loser.
I'm gonna play
Oh, that's right,
Grobnar.
narrow
And
lose.
then I'll pass.
Okay, then the urchin will fight the urchin.
I'm gonna play
And then Bad Penny will fight
Bumsy.
the urchin.
Roll Bumsy. You
And
lose
then I'll just
an
play
amber.
Bad Penny again from her.
I'm going to play.
And then I'm going to pass.
I have so
And
many
draw
cards
but-
in
but-
hand.
No,
Does
there's
he
no maximum
take
hand size.
damage?
You have to play down though.
Yeah, sorry.
You can't draw new cards until you get on your 6. There's no maximum hand
Make
size.
sure.
Yep.
Oh, my asthma.
I'm going to use the potion of
Before I forget,
invulnerability
so I wanna make sure
for its
I'm
omni
not
power, so I can't be dealt any damage this turn.
I'll call into.
Have we heard
I'm
that?
going to
I
then
just want to make sure I wasn't missing.
No, I have no idea.
play Relentless Assault, ready and fight with up to 3 different friendly creatures one at a time.
Sure.
So Bumsy is going to. Oh, you got 6, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't take any damage and I take 5.
What is
No,
purge?
I'm going to do this. I'm going to punch you.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to punch him, and then fight with Bumsy, destroy him, and then I'm going to
Sacrifice
So if you
potion
get to
is
6
invulnerability.
Ember,
Reminder of the turn.
steal one?
Each friendly creature.
can't be dealt
Wow.
Yeah.
I played that and he
Use
used
to
it.
attack.
I love
That's
that.
not
That's
bad.
4 damage to him.
just like this.
He's got 1 extra.
He's gonna do this forever.
What is purge mean?
Out of the
You
game.
can do it forever as long as you call that
Okay.
level.
There we go.
So did you get the answer?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Purge is out of the game.
Okay.
Alright.
Stop purging my stuff.
Well, I can purge memes.
Well, that's this, eh?
We don't until 6 or
Shadows.
7.
Shadows. Oh yeah, shadows.
Go ahead.
It's good.
I only
Off you
can.
go.
I only can steal 1 from you if you do
What's a
that.
chain?
A chain is that thing over there, which means that you draw up to 5 cards instead of 6
I'm
for
gonna
the
do
number of turns that you have
Unchained.
chains. So, for instance, if you play a card that gives you, say, 2 chains, you play that onto the 2. You
I
draw
am
up to
going
5
to
cards
play
instead of 6, and you lose
this.
a chain. You draw up to 5 cards
Keys
instead of
cost
6.
+1.
You lose all of your chains, and then your next
he
turn you can draw up to
ignores
6.
Okay.
It's like a handicap thing for a powerful card.
Okay. What is wrong with you?
Double dive,
I
double
can't-
trigger,
I
and then
can't
play
read good.
ability.
So both of them
and
ignores.
use
And,
one game action to remove the stun.
Deal 1
they did
Uh,
damage for each
Heal up
friendly
to 2 damage
character
from a
in
creature.
play.
Deal that much damage.
5.
That
Okay, I'll
4
call
damage.
Grobnar
Delightful.
again.
And then your keys cost +3.
I'm
I'll
going to.
stun
And then I'm
I'll
gonna
stun
go
all
ahead and my
3 of
turn
your
and
guys.
have no chains on me so I get to draw.
Okay.
Because that's fair.
Game
Yeah.
1 and then the
Yes.
normal
Oh,
game 1.
DM. Okay.
Alright, I got stunned.
And
Had it coming, I guess.
oh,
I guess stunning all of your guys is fair.
maybe I should have done
Yeah.
this, but that's probably better.
It's my turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do this
7
again.
for a key.
I'll read you and deal 3
Choose an
damage.
amber. Choose a house. Stun each
Yeah,
creature
that's
from
the
that
thing. I
house.
had a card. If I would have
Yes.
done a different faction, I could have stolen all but 5.
Slow you down as much as I can.
You can remove it. I'm gonna play the other guys. I'm gonna keep. Because you need 6.
Logos?
Going to
Yeah, but it's at the beginning of the turn, I think. Right?
Alright, I guess I'll just do that now.
Play
The cleansing wave heals 1 damage for each creature. Gain 1 amber for each damage healed that way. That.
So I'll reap
And
with this
then
guy.
This is
I'll play the Hallowed Blaster,
So I'll gain
which is an action I
another-
can heal 3
and the
damage
rest
for
of
a
the person
creature.
will
And then to my
Each player
Raving
loses
Knight,
half
I'm
their
going to.
draw a card.
half their amber rounded down. So I lose my 1.
I lose 4.
Yep. And then I gain a
I'll
chain.
attack.
Well, had I done the other one, I still would have enough to
Alright, so I
4.
have to call
This
this
guy against that
again.
guy.
Use that
So I'll
action.
take 3,
Right.
and
Clear
then
the stun off
after
all
an
these
enemy creature
guys.
is destroyed fighting comes
Do I
control.
even have a
loses
discard
1
in my
amber.
hand?
One
I
hero,
don't.
so
Lose 1
when you
amber.
move up to
Your
here,
name discard discards. Wow. Okay, you're up.
Alright.
that's one way they can balance the game.
I'll attack this guy against
Mine
that
is
guy.
dumb.
So
Capture.
both
These
die.
are your discard pile. These are actions.
Excuse me, yes.
And okay, so
This could be a bad person.
if this guy trades in combat with another guy, do I draw a card?
Have your creatures destroyed
I
fighting
had
brain eater? That's a good question. How does the timing
My
work?
previous turn, I played as
Does
Yasmus.
this guy need to be alive to draw the card if he dies in the combat?
Creatures destroyed fighting Brain Eater, draw a card. If you're both destroyed, he was still destroyed fighting you.
Okay, so I draw a card.
I only have 2 left if I'd done the
Draw a
other.
card. So I'm gonna pass you draw.
Okay,
Or
so
2, sorry, draw 2.
Then I
I'm going to play
I
Sanctum.
will.
Are these guys ready if I clear stuff for them, or do they stay exhausted?
You ready?
I'm at 7.
I'm going to play Sanctum.
And by 7 I
going
mean
to play. I'm going to play Champion Anafiel first. He's got Taunt, which means that you can't attack
anyone but him.
His neighbors. No, you can attack him.
Sure.
But not his neighbors.
Messing with yours is more fun.
That's what I
The
wanted.
Hallowed Blaster.
I'm messing with yours real good.
Okay, let's be
Remove him.
Untamed.
Then I'll
I'm gonna play that.
ready and more speed.
So how does damage work in terms of this trigger? So I'm going to fight and I'm going to heal 2.
These both go to the top.
So do we do damage and then I heal 2,
I
or
gain 1. I'm reprotecting in 2.
That's a good question. I would imagine that you heal damage that has already been done.
like it wouldn't look for damage to happen after?
That's right. Because the damage is assigned after.
Locked in the
He made a huge. When I play, deal 2 damage to each other.
Locked in like this to keep you from charging something. But I think I just have to
That's gone
see
as
that.
Untamed.
Play the card.
No, each other creature.
If you have steal or capture, then you can remove them from me to slow me down.
Yeah, but
then I'll play
I
Fire
don't have
Spirit.
enough to.
And then I'll use the action on my Gauntlet to ready and fight with him, and before fight deal with.
Bases are there.
How does that work?
I mean, you could play this and just
Can I,
with all this.
like, what is it?
So,
Attack
I play him, he
and
comes into play.
play a card?
Correct.
And I use the action to ready and fight.
Question.
Correct.
But if I kill that and there's nothing to fight, what happens? Because this is about 4 fight effect. Does he just tap, deal 1 damage and nothing happens? Or does he exhaust, deal 1 damage and nothing happens because he's before fight?
Well,
This is saying ready and fight.
Yeah. So ready, and you're going to fight with him.
But before the fight, I deal 1 damage.
That's fine.
So then he doesn't fight or anything?
Correct.
So he just stays
So
like
he
that.
doesn't take the 3 damage.
What kind of card is
No,
that?
because before fight,
yes,
you're dealing
yeah.
1 to that. Well, that was silly. I love this idea. Alright, and
It had the desired effect.
so then I can reap with him, correct?
You cannot.
I cannot? Oh, because he cannot, because he's required
Because
to
he
fight.
fought.
No, he didn't fight though.
But he did because it was before fight.
Okay, so
now
yeah, sure,
now
he
he's
did.
exhausted.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah. He did technically fight, but he didn't assign his damage.
So he just stands.
question-
Okay, just wanted to check. So
Now he's exhausted again.
okay, so he's exhausted, and then I'm going to draw.
So after I attack him, can I still cast another?
I'll be Shadow,
Yeah, you can play in any order that you like.
but you're not allowing me to do what I'm
Then
trying to
I'll-
And it's often the order in
one
which you
less,
play
and now I'm
cards
out
that
of
the skill comes in.
Okay, I steal one when I
Check this out.
play, but
Be my guest.
He's dead.
Is
Also dead.
no, because it has a one.
Oh, so it's okay. So he has 5
but I'm gonna
damage.
play this for
No,
each
he is-
one, and then I
my bad.
purge each shadow, friendly shadow creature.
No, but
Done. I
he's
gain
also
2
-2.
for doing
Is he
that.
minus 2? So when you have when you have damage on your guy, does your guy deal
Play
less
this
damage?
to kill one, and then
Oh,
I
no,
steal
it's
all
full
the
damage.
6 of your
Okay,
money.
so
Oh,
your
well,
guy's all-
crap, yeah.
What do you have now?
Alright, so I'm gonna call this.
Well,
Do
my
this.
full turn.
I'm done.
Start fighting your guys.
So I draw 4, but I run out,
Big
so
brawl.
I have to shuffle.
And you can
Those are exiled.
collect amber.
Action, reveal any number of more cards from your
Fight
hand.
with this guy.
Deal damage
The
to
only
a
guys
creature
that
equal to the
can
number
fight
of
are this
cards.
one and this one, so I'll fight this one.
Actually, this one and this one.
Sure.
Because these ones are protected by
Shadow.
taunt.
Oh, no, pass.
So we're 2.
I want to go right to the teeth of Anafiel.
Yasma, you skipped that.
I'll call
Skip the forging phase.
No, I don't want him to die. Okay, so I'm going to
And
fight
with
this guy
that,
way down here in the end.
Okay, does 4 damage. So
5
you
damage.
Man, I have money now.
5, so he takes.
I'll destroy
3.
each elusive creature.
I'm gonna
Sugar, I'm going to move
Oh, yeah.
Hollow
Okay,
Blaster
shuffle.
back to your hand.
And he takes 4 damage and he's destroyed.
Been 6.
Oh, excuse me, he takes 4. Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
I'll destroy each elusive
So
creature.
bounce
kill
the
your
Hollow
guy.
Blaster to your hand
My God.
with his ability.
Ooh, into my hand.
Yep. And then Guardian Demon will finish the job. He will fight over here.
2.
So
You get that
heal
back.
2. Thank you. Heal 2.
Then you still have a key. I mean, sorry, because you had.
No, I had 6. I
Put
got
2
it.
on
John.
Oh,
I'm really sorry.
You can assign damage to them, but you're probably more interested in assigning damage to the big guy.
And then I'll play a feature.
Yeah.
I'll get an ember.
One, but then his shield is down.
Yeah. And then
I'm gonna play.
Then I will
discard.
This turn sucks.
He's on a flank.
I'm really mad about this turn. Alright, I'm gonna reap with this guy.
So I'll take an
and
You can still do that.
I'm still gonna do the thing.
And I'll reap with this guy.
So
I'll take an ember and draw a card.
Logos.
And I'm done my turn drawing 0 cards because my hand has 0 discards.
Again, a chain.
This is awful, man.
4, 6.
There goes 4.
9, okay.
Oh! I get to capture a thing because when you guys died.
Double
Put
Dexter.
it on, yeah, I'll put it on.
If you call it.
I'll put
This
it
is
on.
really
card. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now you stop me from.
Well, I also made it cost 9, right?
Yeah, but now I've got only 8.
Oh, nice.
I will call
That like your archive's here.
I will.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So where do I?
Like I'm playing a control deck, but I'm not controlling
So when I
it.
archive, it comes from
So I
my
gain
hand
1,
or my
2, 3, 4.
when it says play
Potatoes?
archive.
And I gain 2.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure, but I think you can probably archive any card from your board or from your hand.
I think you get a choice.
Yeah.
So then I'll archive this. Here's a potato. And then during my next
Don't
turn.
forget to take your amber.
Oh yes.
2 potatoes.
And during my next turn,
What will you
I
activate?
lost it. I can use it.
Man, can we make keys out of potatoes?
Yes.
The answer, of
And then-
course, is yes.
When I start my next turn, I draw this card.
Hello?
That's how I can.
You
Or I have to
can
get a-
leave them in there as long as you want.
I can take it when I want.
No, I'm still at work.
After you draw it after you have.
Yeah, it should be, but I'm sorry, I'm
chosen
still
your
here. I'm
effect.
gonna leave probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes. I'll just call you when I get out, okay?
That's my turn.
Yeah,
so
sorry,
I'm
just
gonna
I'll
draw
talk to you in a minute.
Nothing.
1, 2,
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm
4
going to
because of that.
play
Now this is gone.
Sanctum.
And it's your turn.
I'm going to play him even though his effect
Deal
doesn't
1
come
damage
into effect.
to each
If your opponent had something
friend.
more,
Okay.
tap it off. Wow.
Pass.
That is
I'm
strong.
going to play the Hallowed Blaster again, and I'm going to play Gorm of Om, which is another artifact. Sacrifice Gorm of Om, which is destroy an artifact.
Nice. The trade's an artifact. Sounds
I'll
good.
call
Yeah, and
Brobnar.
then I will, with these fellows,
I'll play a guy. Each time I play a guy, I gain a potato.
Fight all the people.
So I'll take a potato.
I'm going to reap with him, so I do need that. And I'm going to
And
capture
then-
one
You're at
from
6
you,
again,
one from
cunt.
him,
I'll play this. I'll gain another
Oh, by the
potato.
way.
and then him.
Okay, now you can make a whole key.
I'm going to,
Oh my god, it's a bear.
I'll make another
just gonna-
potato.
sort of destroy myself to get rid of him.
Three
Trade to kill
creatures.
this guy?
Yeah.
Exhaust
Plus
those.
7
And that's
And then I'll reap. So I'll gain another potato.
So I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, you didn't have any. You didn't have any
call
potatoes
Shadow
on
and
it.
I'm
I
gonna put my hand.
called Untamed, so I could steal your potato.
No, I'm gonna hold it. I don't want to do that.
Dude, if Clungus thinks potato cards.
We'll gain another potato and draw a card.
Routine job to steal one.
This again.
Lost
in one.
yeah.
You have
You're just like I
Five.
hate this. I hate this.
3 artifacts.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Okay,
fight.
so I'll put
Bounty the Thief.
each artifact on top of its owner's deck.
What?
5 in seconds, but he takes 3.
And then I'll gain a
The order
potato.
matters.
4 back.
Yeah, sorry. Order does matter.
Doing that.
what order?
Fight to
I
kill
think it's probably your
Seckless.
choice.
I'm gonna play a skeleton key and capture one of
Heal
yours.
2 off of this guy.
And I'm gonna put
Put the 2
on
damage
fire
on.
speed.
And then I'll reap and gain another potato.
Wow, they're all awful.
And I'll
You
reap
have
again
awful
and get
dudes.
another potato.
You guys are
That's
just
it.
awful.
Pretty heavy.
Oh, I capture. A guy died, so I capture
This way.
resource.
Oh, no, sorry,
that's
before I'm
me,
done.
Sorry.
I'm
And I'm
going to
gonna bounce the Howard
And
Blaster
then
back
I'll
to your
draw
hand.
2.
The Hallowed Blaster?
Yep.
And now I'm gonna.
I will call it to the power of the disc.
Let me draw everything.
That's I think all I can do because my hand is not discard. Damn it. Go.
If you control more,
Hey.
more potatoes, I'll steal one. Yes. One potato.
Okay, you have a potato. You have one of
Oh
my
wait,
favorite.
1 second. I'm looking at Key. I'm
Power
looking at
3
Key.
or
Play
higher.
Brobnar. Play my
One,
favorite
two,
dude,
these.
Mugwump.
These two go to the
5,
top.
6 potatoes spent.
Gone.
Well,
After an enemy creature choice, I'm fully healed. Wow! 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 Wow!
Not a +1 to him. Look what I've got. I've got
What? Destroy each creature.
Smash! The best card ever.
This is
bear.
going to stun a creature.
You can change your mind, but then I get a bunch of.
Cat Demon.
I'm going to play the War Chest.
might
The War
not
Chest
be
allows
as
me to gain 1 amber for each
Can I play
enemy
him
creature
after
that
I-
is
Wait,
destroyed
how
in
do
a fight
actions
this
work on
turn.
creatures?
I'll
You just do them once per turn? Do you have to like tap the creature or what? Action.
Yeah, played it last time and didn't lose any.
You just do it?
I didn't
Yeah,
have any.
you exhaust the creature.
Oh, you have to exhaust. Okay, never mind.
Have you go.
Oh, but this is play. So whenever I play
No,
it,
it plays battle cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm.
All right. That's,
You must forge a key at the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't hold on to that. And then I'm going to sacrifice Gorm of Om to destroy your crazy lash.
It did work.
It did very well.
The remainder of the
for
turn,
you.
each time a friendly creature
And
attacks,
then
gain 1.
finally with Bumpsy, I am. What's his ability?
Going
return an artifact or flank creature to its own.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
so I will make
So
a
I'm
banner
going
power.
to destroy
friendly creature gets plus
that with
4,
Bumpsy.
5,
I'm going
6.
to use the action to ready and fight with a creature.
Back.
Penny is going to attack.
That is my turn.
Dink. Doesn't matter. Just hits for 1.
And I
She's plus 1, right? Oh yes.
But this is elusive, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah, can hit that. She dies, goes to my hand, so she gets destroyed.
Yep.
And then. Actually, that, yeah, no, I guess
Okay,
it's
I
have
will
to play.
call.
And then I gain 1 because I fought.
So Brobnar is going
I'm going to
to.
play Lava Ball,
Bumpsy's
deal
gonna stun
4
Mud
creature
Ball.
and 2 to each side. So what you get?
Sorry, this guy,
Yeah,
smash!
Oh yes, you do.
Okay.
This guy's
I
going to
should
make you
have hit
lose
him. My
a.
bad.
Amber.
I learned something today.
Alright. Okay.
Right
What the hell? No, I don't
And
know.
that's a pass.
Lash, though.
It is a whatever. So I'm gonna play cooperative hunting. Oh, shit.
And I'm just
Man,
going
I
to
can't
cycle this
believe
card out of my
Deal
hand.
1
What do I
damage
do?
for each friendly
Smash!
creature in
And take 2
play.
damage from a cannon.
What I should play?
So I have 5.
Cannon.
So 1, 2, 3,
I'm gonna
4,
go to my
5.
step and draw
So they
3.
all get 1. Yes.
Oh my god, I was
And
so
then I'm
out
gonna
of
play
cards
this
for so
card.
long.
Destroy each
I can
damage
stop
creature, gain 1 chain.
To refresh things up now.
That is kill all
Probably,
your shit.
I probably should just let you
Flash.
forge
Oh wait.
and then play it
Destroy
out
it,
my
I gain
hand
2
like
potatoes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, maybe.
I also kill
Well,
this guy.
you just kept playing good cards.
Yeah.
And I gain a
Really
chain.
far behind you.
So I have a chain.
Sanctum.
2 potatoes.
For the remainder turn, I can't deal damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna read which captures 1.
Yep.
And use
So
Oh, I forgot to get a read for Gungoozle. No, I did.
take a potato.
Oh,
Take a potato.
No,
So he wins. I'll retake a potato. He extra wins. I'll retake a potato and draw a card.
Oh, because I kept your only one.
Isn't that good?
Thanks.
And pass.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to
Draw.
play the.
I just swept his board.
I'm gonna actually play Twin Bolt.
He played a board and then I killed his board, and then he played another board and then I killed his second board.
I got swept out too. Turn 1, I like slot my hand. My phone was like, no, skill board, no, ritual suit.
action.
Ritual suit.
Hey!
You called me one. No, that's when I reap.
Two.
I have another one in here.
Action.
And
What action is
he
tap?
going to
Yeah, you have to tap.
reap as well.
Sure. So you're on key 2 now? Right, yeah.
So,
Alright, all set?
Get that, get a potato.
Yes.
And you discard a random card from your
These are
hand.
pre-production.
Start a random card from my
Oh,
hand.
it's
So
also
I'm gonna
play. I know it's
call
play.
I was saying that they
Okay, pick a card.
These are just for Gen Con, right? These will not be the final product for like tokens, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So they
so they'll be more like
they're likely going to be more like this.
I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Theirs are just production. Yeah.
So that's it, and then I'm going to
Brobnar, we fight
ready.
Sorry, this destroy effect is when I like.
When that card is destroyed.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have my chain anymore.
okay.
Okay.
Go.
Then I'll just
Killing your
untap.
guy.
and-
Yeah, but trade my guys in.
Last
Friendly creature to capture
Hunt
2.
with the galaxy or whatever.
That creature.
Imagine what?
I'm going to reap, which captures 1.
Damn it.
And that's all.
This is what you get when your name is Nope.
Well, this is what I get because I'm a nation's deep scum. So
How'd you guys do?
I won.
I'm going to play.
it was.
The game did not feel particularly close.
No,
It
I
wasn't?
should have done something different.
You want to take it back?
No,
Yeah, your
no.
board is so big though.
Oh, I get one for this. Sorry.
Okay, I guess I read.
Playing wild. Okay. Because I always forget about
Yep.
this.
And then I'm gonna play a card from my hand. It's called
I'm still
Anger.
there.
Oh, I should have 2. Yes.
Bumpsy's
I'm
gonna.
going to play Logos.
Play
Ready.
Popper.
And he's gonna.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can actually
play-
start with
I'm-
Twin Bolt
I guess he'll
Emission.
fight and kill
Here, I'll
you.
play.
I'm actually
neck
going to blow up my Urchin.
It's only 4.
Deal 2 and
Only
then
4 damage.
knock off his shield so he doesn't have shields.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, I'll kill
play a
Steckless.
library
Steckless is in
Babel, so I draw a
game
card.
ability, and my guy will live.
Correct.
So Steckless did 4.
Yep.
Put Rocket Boots on.
Then I capture.
No, you don't. Just fight 1.
Dominate.
Well, it was quite
I'm gonna capture. Capture
what I'm
from
going to
me.
do is
Capture
I'm
from
going
me.
to fight with when this creature is used to fight, is dealt no damage or damage.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Roll that back. And then when I fight, I draw a card.
6 who plays. Okay, let's.
and then I'm going to actually just reap with these three.
These are mine.
Yes, do you take
Tails
those
is
and then
yellow.
take
Power fails.
I'm gonna
Yes.
play Brobnar.
Wait.
I'm gonna
I call
punch.
I call tails.
Then tails never fail.
Damage to
Alright, whatever.
Bumpsy.
I
And then I'm going to
I'm playing Shadow.
exhaust Muglum.
Bait and switch.
And
If you have more than me, I
take
steal
the stun
one.
off,
Repeat this
then
card's
I'm going
effect.
to
If your opponent still has more than one.
2, 4, and I have 8 here, so you would have 6 there.
No, so I don't know if this repeats indefinitely or just once.
No, repeat.
Okay, so
If your opponent still has, so it implies that it repeatedly goes off until you and I are equal in power.
Okay.
You have 7, I have 6.
And if you and there's a rule that says it's like a rule of 3. If you can cycle something possibly infinitely, maximum of 3.
But this one there is a hard card.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've seen a similar card like that.
Okay, well, I don't think I
Okay,
can.
so I'll play Mushroom Man.
I'm gonna call Shadow.
Or steal any.
Cool.
I don't have any
Plus
play
3
steal.
power for each unforged
Pawn
card you
sacrifice.
have.
Enters play
So
ready.
he's 11 power.
Sound that.
You can have your reserve
This is
back.
nuts.
And then I'll play Witch of the Wild.
And that's going to do 3 damage to each of
Oh
2
no, I only got one
creatures.
play. I only got one play.
It'll be
If I only got one play, I'm just gonna
Destroyed.
Purge. Oh, I steal one. I steal one.
Draw.
Still one. One of the guys
No,
captures
one
the
for
resource
each
because
creature
you
I
guys
purge.
died.
I'm gonna purge each friendly.
So you steal one each time you play an artifact, so that triggers first, you get 1
Alright.
This is not an artifact, it's action.
Oh, okay,
Drop
so
my
So I'm gonna purge these and I steal one for each.
I will.
So steal 3.
yep.
Smash.
And that gives me 1.
Smash! Okay, my guy's done.
Okay, I will not play this. I will
Nothing on the board but a pile of amber.
Oh, I don't mind.
That's cool.
I've had this many times and he keeps recycling through and getting like discard half.
Action is
Yeah.
step. Play
And now it's
is
my
a
turn,
button.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Alright,
pick
so
Shadow
that
and
is
pull
his
my
effect.
eyes with my hand.
It is
Skip
dealt no
forward.
damage.
You did
Now
it.
control more
okay.
creatures than
This
you.
is what I archived, and I pick Shadow. Sorry, buddy.
So now he'll cycle through to get that
Discard 3
redraw.
cards.
Oh, yeah.
I've killed these
So I have
guys
to draw
like
this one
5
card.
times.
And don't forget, you can
favorite
only
part.
discard the cards of the faction that you.
Yeah. Yes.
Activated.
I've never discarded a card yet.
I don't think you have.
I'm gonna play.
Yeah, my hand is sort of
Winner,
slowed
which
down
is
a bit.
Reap, steal one.
You had some pretty spectacular
I'm
plays.
gonna play a
Yeah.
skeleton key, which is going to let me capture one of yours. I'm gonna play Seal the Adventurer. Sure. I'm gonna play Bad Penny. It's in there. As an action, I'm going to steal
Play
one.
Untamed.
What is a flank creature?
Silvertooth is going
Guys
to
on the other side.
reap. So I gain 1 and steal 1.
Gain 2 amber if I control more
Control more what?
more creatures than my opponent.
And that's it for my turn, so I'm going to draw.
And then I'll play Witch of the Eye.
I'm gonna be Shadow.
And that's
I steal 1.
Alright, this is going to be a spectacular turn for me.
nice.
Okay.
Well, first of all,
What does you may forge a key at current cost mean?
it means that you can actually forge a key during your turn.
Like, rather wait for your next turn.
Yeah. So first of all, you forge a key.
I'm playing a deck that says I'm removing.
So you have one
After
person
the
on
game.
call.
It's just your state of being.
No.
It's nothing special.
So you start by forging.
So you forge a
I'm
key
done.
at, you still have to pay 6 though, right?
Correct. That's what a current cost means. Because the thing is, if he has something here that makes your keys cost more, well then your current cost is 6 plus 1.
They're both elusive.
Okay, I'll call Logo.
So I'm going to call Shadow.
So I'll play a dork. And then I'll remove my stun. And then
This
this
guy's
thing says
skirmishes
during its turn in
HDs,
which
so I'm gonna-
unseen is not your active house,
Rounding
you may
down
play
to
one
and you
unnamed
lose how
card.
much?
So I'm gonna play this guy.
Cool!
Wait, rounded down.
Rounding down the loss.
I have 5 and 5. Yeah. So yes, I don't forge this time again.
Did you say something on steel?
Yeah, so if I fight, I steal one. So steal is from
So-
you.
Takes it from me.
Let's see how I
Quick
play.
question, sorry. Is
When
this like
I
a
when I fight with him,
so you do
I
4 damage
can
that's not
ready
on
it.
the
So
flank.
he's gonna fight with
with
you.
2
I take
splash and
damage.
2 on either
That's
side.
I draw
okay,
a
so
card.
4 in the middle, 2
Okay,
on
I
each
don't
side.
take damage because I'm elusive.
I draw.
Alright, so this ready dude is going to walk over there and kill Mugwump with his 3 power.
In this case, I'm gonna fight again.
This
He
guy's
doesn't
going
take
to
damage.
fight
No,
the Witch of the Eye.
Oh yes, no, because I can't fight again. Fight him again.
And
I
he's
don't
got
take
skirmish,
damage.
so he's not going to take any
I
damage
draw.
back. And he's going to steal.
I needed him.
So
Because
hold
he
on,
would let me
he
get my
gets action
section
again?
back
Yes.
from the
So
discard.
it's
Steal from
Oh no,
you.
you have 3. Yeah.
This guy.
And then I'm going to
What do you
reap
mean?
with both of these. And
So when
money.
the device captures the potato,
Well, I guess I'm
Oh,
gonna
and a guy
be,
died, so I capture one.
From me.
Sanctum
Start
then.
from
Hand
Sure. Put a
knife.
Smash.
Also-
Smash can keep building his bounty. And I call Shadow, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw away this card, and then I go to my discard steps. And
Wait. You put the potatoes on the dude?
I'm gonna stun a creature.
When I capture. Capture is you steal it from him and they hold it, so I can't use it, but he can't either. You shuffle back until he kills
I'm gonna destroy your artifacts and gain
So if Matthew goes smash, he gets 3 back with 3 of his money.
Okay.
Here.
And just lose
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I shot.
Okay. This guy has like a lot of power.
Yep.
Get that. Okay, so they trade.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Shadow.
But
Yep.
you can play
Nexus.
destroy. Return this creature to its owner's hand and deal 3 damage to each creature in play.
Okay, so this
Steal
takes
one
3.
from you.
So this thing has like 1,000,000 power. But does he still have 2 health?
That was just
He
enough.
has +3 power, so he's 5.
So he has like
He's a
no. It's
5/5.
for each unforged key you have.
Oh, so
he's like 1,000,000 power.
He's like a 12, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he just has 1,000,000. Okay. Cool.
I'm honestly just going to.
Yeah, the number of unforged keys.
How many unforged keys do you have?
3.
That card
Wow.
is
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah, he's
I'll
gross.
still slap right to my hand.
He gets weaker as the game is on. Okay, so I am going to, on my turn,
Alright,
play
So he's out 1,000,000 power.
little
play
million,
Gauntlet
12.
of Command.
Go.
Right,
So
which
on
one
that,
is
I'll
down.
call
I am going
Mars.
to
I have 2.
then
I've consistently
play
stopped
He's
him.
got this card that just
Discards half of mine.
you got some Dragon Balls. I am going to
Yeah, a little
Ready
bit.
and fight.
ready and fight with a friendly
Okay.
I'll play the
creature.
grabber jammer.
Fight with
And I'll play this thing.
Sia,
Sure.
and I'll destroy.
Okay, I don't know.
Fellow there.
Well, I'm just going to trade back 3
So
again.
first, I'm gonna do this.
And then
Oh, yeah,
turn
that's
week, Untamed is not my active house. I can play an untamed card. So I can play this untamed
Okay.
card.
And
These
I
two.
took the amber for that,
You can still get
and
to
I'm going to
play?
activate the war chest,
This
which is I
card.
gain 1 for each
And,
enemy creature that was destroyed in a fight
During
this
your
turn.
turn, every turn is not
So I take that, and that is
one on team. Okay,
my-
that's
And
fair,
this.
I guess.
Oh, we don't get to play on tap.
So my guy who's 1,000,000 power is gonna fight your guy.
Just call off.
Yeah, but the
Alright.
upgrade goes into your discard.
So he takes 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I call Brobnar. Gauntlet of Command. Cannon.
2. You did, bro.
Indeed. I
So
capture
he's down to
capture
12.
one
Damage
from
for
you.
each friendly creature in play.
And then my
Always
4
the
guy is
capture.
gonna fight
So
your 4 guy.
let's
And I'm
Okay,
going
so
to
they're
fight
both,
the gatekeeper,
yeah.
which should kill him, because he's doing
Oh, yours has 2
yeah.
shields. Wait,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
Capture
deal 1
again.
damage for each friendly creature in play. Let's go.
Okay. Note to self: destroy
I can't-
Smash.
Oh, it's in the play.
Smash is winning the game for me!
The power of stealing and making people have a miserable time.
My health.
Hooray!
I'll take a potato.
Okay, enjoy it.
Sorry, man.
And
Well, that's why I was Shadow.
draw.
I'm also Shadow.
Yes, that's I.
On tap.
But like I had all my so many of my Shadows characters were in my exile.
What's your potato count?
Last 2 cards I have are all yours.
Huh?
It is very fun. It is absolutely fun.
Yes, oh,
Look at this guy holding all the potatoes. Why can't I hold all these potatoes in 1 health? He's on 1 health. Come on, breathe on him. You get all used
This?
Now this
You
your
take
card.
I like
the potatoes
not
from
No,
having
no,
milk.
I don't have that card.
My problem is
capture.
Possible.
that
Capture
means
1.
I get my stuff.
each creature.
you can be in a state
Oh, man,
where
I've
the
been
game
dead.
won't progress.
Is
Like, 'cause we could have kept going on for quite a while.
Can't wait to
I did have a lot of stuff that was kind of
discard
steal.
files recycle?
Yes.
So it's like they might as well just play that.
Yes. Yes. So there's.
Stun each creature that
But
has.
that means you're not always progressing to the end state.
which means I draw
5 cards.
It worked. All right, you all set?
Like, so
I
you
call
can
this.
discard. So you, there's no resources in the game.
Gongoozle!
You're just you can play whatever you want to play,
It deals
as long as you call that
3
faction.
damage if you try to shoot
So there's 3
champion.
factions in the game. There are 3 factions in the game.
It's not destroyed, discard card
So
random.
like 1, 2, 3 in each deck. So if I have a hand with lots of these, I'll say, oh, I'm
Change
not
that for
and then I
turns,
can let all of them.
Yeah.
Or I
Air
can
flute.
discard them.
The
But I can't discard them.
Right, I called this, right?
You did.
I only can
So 2 onto him.
with the faction that I'm playing.
Okay, I'll call Mars. I'm
2
gonna
onto
stun
him.
each
those
non-Mars
guys again?
creature and gain 2 changes.
Get out.
Damn it.
But it's like
Capture 1.
10 there.
12 Canadian. And it's not customizable, so you don't have to buy more.
1 onto him. The shield takes it.
And you can. Trading is just in terms of one trade.
And that's all I got for this.
Trade a deck.
Oh, man.
I mean, the only thing is, I don't
Those
think
guys always put together.
the deck.
So sexy.
Yeah, you
Like,
like
you could get factions you don't like, but it's like not that much.
Deal 3 damage to a creature if it is not destroyed. Someone discards it for
Like
card
what I
random
want
and he gives you a
when I
resource.
look at the
Or,
factions.
sorry,
I
Amber.
like Hunting. That reminds me.
This guy must not die. He must not
I gotta
die.
take him out. I gotta take that guy out.
Must not die.
I know.
I almost said knock you
I
out.
just want to
Okay.
yes, but I have to tap in
Shadows.
to.
Is like the sneaky.
And Bruckner will do.
Sanctum, they're paladins. They're white.
Okay, I'll
My
play.
3/5/5s are staring you down.
Yes.
So really,
Yes, I'll get a cat.
These are really, really bad. Don't play them.
They're bad for you, but they're worse for your opponent.
I want
Actually, they're
Shadow
not.
Untamed
They're
and
actually
Dis.
they're definitely my favorite faction.
yeah, they're nuts.
They're really good fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that's
Item, what does it mean?
It's an artifact.
Oh, it's an artifact. Okay, so I can.
Play a war drum.
that means instead of at the end of the turn, you draw fewer cards.
War drum.
Based on
Yep,
how far
you're gonna go on Google.
Possibly.
So they're
It's
really
my best.
powerful, but then
It's my best action.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh crap! Oh, wait. No, I'll play Smash. And it says stun a creature. So I think you have to stun a creature.
Does he have to stun a creature?
Question.
Yep.
Smash says stun a creature, but the only creatures in the game are mine. Do his heals have to stun my creature? Say that.
Yes.
Just not playing.
No, I'll play it and I'll stun this guy, then I'll
You
and
can
then
choose
I'll
to
play it on
discard
my-
him, right? If you just want to cycle card it, you can just discard him. You call Drobnar.
So I get to play this one again because you played 3 creatures on your previous
Friend
turn.
has to have Brognar.
So I steal 2. You only have 1.
No, it's here. It says play return friendly Brognar.
It's there. Mimicry. When I play this
Tomorrow
card,
the other one.
I
Play this and
snap
then this,
card of
and
your
then stun a
discard
guy.
pile, so
Alright, I guess I'll
Google.
stun.
That, and I'm going to deal 3 damage to.
All right. So I'm gonna call
Return a card from my
Untamed.
discard pile to my hand.
I'm gonna return up to 3 creatures to
Or
their
a
owner's hands.
creature, excuse me.
Gain a potato.
It will
Boom,
be.
boom, boom.
I thought
Back to
so. Dirty.
It will be.
And then I will pass and draw 1 card.
And then I will play the Dew Fairy.
Cool.
Or Dew Rag.
Okay, something down.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna call this.
I had a feeling you might do that.
I'm going to fight the Dew Fairy.
Maybe I shouldn't have played the Dew Fairy.
It got me way back in. So heal 2 on there, dies.
Hold on a sec. So what just happened? You destroyed the Dew Fairy,
Yeah,
and I gave you an amber.
and I healed this guy with their trigger,
Okay.
which puts 2 on that guy with the armor. With that.
Yeah.
Right, and
But then subsequent damage will go.
subsequent damage is gonna go. So this 5 is gonna fight.
Okay. So that's 3 onto him.
And then heal the 2 off of him. Put it onto her.
Smash is still alive.
Forever!
Smash has been through the. Smash has been through the
I'm
wars.
capturing Amber off you guys for all you guys done, right? I should have captured 2 Amber by now.
Fight with the neighboring.
No, slow down.
You can't fight because I'm no guy.
You gave me 1 for this guy.
Okay. That's
No,
fine.
with means
You still win.
with.
No!
I challenge the
Is that
winner.
what that
You
means?
have nobody left for me to kill.
Ready a creature and then
No.
attack one of my creatures. But you can't attack one of my creatures. 'cause I-
No, I can't get through.
What is it with in?
You reap 1. Damn it.
Fight with the neighboring creature. So the neighboring creature fights.
So the
So
one
this guy
beside
fights
it.
instead of this guy.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Later, thank you.
So it
Game.
is
Yeah.
It's good.
Fun is good.
But you
The
can't
card
fight
games are really
because
fun.
you can't. I
Yes.
have no creatures.
They're
They're
really
amazing.
That's true.
But like
No
I
crap,
didn't
but
know
it's
when
ready,
to reap.
isn't it?
I didn't reap enough.
Yeah.
Nearly enough. I should have taken 1 turn and made money.
Is it
Yeah.
ready?
Exactly.
Does
But,
his still guy, does
what
the
do you
guy still
think?
get
I think the
ready?
game's fun.
Huh?
It was really
Does his
fun.
guy still
It
get
is-
ready?
I love.
When?
I love
If
the
he- if it
fact
says
that
ready
they
and
don't.
fight.
Yes,
That you don't
you
have
would ready it
currency.
immediately. and
But
fight
not
it.
fight.
No, you must
Yeah,
fight
like-
with him
like-
if you were if it's
Okay,
ready.
then
Comes down to
enough
strategy,
fight.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so enough
Okay.
love.
And
But
there's
I
still
got
go
blown
ahead.
out by that card twice.
Yeah.
The Wild Doom
I would like to
Mulcher.
fight one
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Well,
Thank you,
I'd like
Matthew.
to
That's fun.
actually have a
Yeah.
game
Cheers, Jeremy.
Like that?
Thanks for the game.
against him.
Absolutely.
Because I know nothing.
Did this ever happen?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is still live.
It's live.
Oh, great.
Alright, we're live at the moment.
Cool.
But more to the point, because I was setting that up, I missed all of your intro and everything like that when you were discussing with people. Because I was doing sound and mic checks.
What would you like to play with?
You were hearing but not listening.
None of my cards
Yeah.
do anything.
Because I was doing sound.
Yeah. Exactly.
Welcome.
So what kind of deck?
Okay, I'll play. I'll call Mars and I'll play.
That's the real kicker.
Mars sucks.
I don't even know what the different decks are.
I agree.
Here, play this deck. It's a nice
And
one.
I
It's
will
my
pass and
favorite.
draw 2 cards.
What's that, my boys?
I'll just take a random deck.
Alright.
Yeah, well, we'll take this one.
What's this?
Well, we did red. Red is best.
This is Shao, the Countess of Placeba. Okay, I'm gonna go for a quick see, and then we'll get back.
So it's downstairs that way.
Brupnar.
So your deck will be here. Your identity card will go here.
Smash
I'll
will
let him
stun
because
your
then
guy.
it's all explained by him, and we'll go from string. So.
And then I'll play War Drummer.
I'm just playing.
Turn my Brupnar creature to my hand.
That'll be fun.
And I
That's your deck
will start swinging. 1, 2, and 3.
Take 3 potatoes.
One of black potato.
Have a seat.
Alright.
Potato.
That's what I call him.
Potato.
So,
Potatoes.
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
so we have these.
What?
Pass.
So, it should look like this. I'm gonna just put them as
And
is.
my curses will.
That's mine. So the top one is your identity card. This is the back of it. This is your deck list in case you were wondering, but without knowing what the cards do, it's kind of like names. Sure.
Yeah.
So untap.
Well, the thing is, because
And
it's going to have an
I'll tap, and then
online
I will
component like the Warhammer game, you can scan and index it quite quickly.
Well, probably just the QR code,
Yeah,
right?
but that's why it's
Jesus
there.
Christ! Literally none of the cards in my hand do anything.
Into the club.
Bye, guys.
Okay, I guess I'll play. I guess I'll play logos.
Is there something else?
I'm
yet.
done
So
my
how
dude.
this will work is,
I'll play Harlan.
Would you like to be
Mindwalk.
odd or even? I will be odd.
So
I rolled off the table.
You didn't just catch it.
No, of course not. That would foul the rule.
It was a 5. I can either let you choose. I can roll it again. Your roll again.
until you kill it.
Still 5. Aha! These dice are rigged. So you have a choice. You can either no. Stop it. You can either start. If you both players draw 6.
Red is best.
If you choose,
There's 7, but you can only draw 1 card.
No,
So I played the guy whose name is
And the way this works is you have
and Nope.
All you need to know is that Mars sucks.
each turn.
Yeah, Mars sucks.
You just don't know what to do with them.
Logos also kind of sucks.
Logos is fantastic. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Logos just draws a bunch of cards,
It's really
which is good. Anyway,
So the way that this
you get
works
an
is,
advantage.
so let's say you start, right? You would pick one of the
And
factions
I
and
guess
play
I'll
that
pass
card.
the turn
So
and
you
draw.
can play
Any of the cards that have that faction.
Yes, on your turn. So let's say it's my turn now.
What the hell? All of these
I
cards
would
do
then
nothing.
pick-
Raiding Knight?
I could then
My
play
cards have
any
no
number
text.
of.
This is
If
so
I choose
bad.
logos,
That boy.
I can play any number of logos cards.
Right.
The Hairy Tarantula, long a favored destination for hobby enthusiasts around the world, has moved into a spacious new location at 3456 Yonge Street. You and your friends and family are all invited to the Hairy Tarantula Grand Opening Sale and Halloween Party, October 26th through the 28th. Enjoy complimentary food, dress up and enter the costume contest. Experience the terror of the Haunted Dungeon. Save money on your favorite games and comics. Visit hairyt.com for more details. That's HAIRYT.com.
Other things include our actions. So as long as I'm taking logos, I can play an action, which says I play the top card. Whatever it is, doesn't matter what. Which is perfect. Any cards with this symbol means I also get a resource. So these are called amber. When you, at the beginning of your turn, at the beginning of your turn only, unless something special is artifacts are also the same way. They show up. You can only use it if it's an action. When you use it, you basically exhaust it, and creatures that you're exhausted, basically, some creatures will have, I think I have one that has haste, essentially, otherwise they will exhaust. You have no health, so they will always attack another creature, and the other thing is, what all creatures can do is called reaping. Reaping basically says, I generate. Some cards specify when you do the action, you get to do something in addition. So I think I have. So we use an opponent's artifact. When I reap, I also gain a penalty. And
First
a ton of stuff that's going to happen for
you discard a card from your hand at random.
Upgrades can be, as long as it's the faction of gameplay, but you can play it on any kind of creature. So if it's Orban or whatever, you can play it on top of that.
Right.
Other things.
Which one are you going to play? What spell is? Oh, that's one I
Some of it's kind of easy, like it'll say destroyed is when it gets destroyed, do something.
I'm just going to go over and
sorry.
So you can discard, drop 6, so you have chain.
So what you're doing is if you get a chain, it's based on the number. So if I gain 3 chains, for example, at the end of my turn I don't
do nothing and draw a card.
Up to 5 inches.
That's literally how good my hand is.
And if
Each time it penalizes you, you drop to 1 down.
I'd say that works.
Penalize. Penalize? You're gonna have to believe me if I say penalize.
Yeah. And then
I thought so. Oh yeah. I can't keep up with the. I can't keep up with the hip new trending words. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
yeah. How many combinations of decks are there?
Infinite. No, excuse me. 400 million.
What's it? 400 million? Oh, it's dropped from the
Pass.
original. Oh, so it's like.
Or no, maybe it was 4 billion or something like that.
What?
The algorithm, because there's
so
there's a near unlimited number. It's really quite high. Of cards that card combinations. So every deck will theoretically be unique until you print until you print the maximum number, which.
At which point
you continue.
Yeah. Okay, I'll call Untamed.
It's like
So I'll
it's like
play
the great.
Regrowth.
Want to take this card out?
Get a potato.
There.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Return a creature to my hand.
Put it over there. It's your identity card.
Just like the name of this deck, they uselessly deters litigation.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Some of the
That's one of my
decks
decks. That's a good one. Those are my 2 decks. Great.
Lyle's playing a deck which is the character's. What's the character's name again?
Can't be good.
Cornelius College Alchemist.
Where's the Nope one you had?
Oh, this one.
What's the name?
No, not this one. Where's Nope?
It's like.
Oh, here's Nope.
What's the name? Read it out.
Thirsty Nope MR.
When this guy gets killed, like destroyed, if they destroy,
And I'll
put
play
this
Mushroom
creature
Man.
into archive. So how does he goes into archive? Is he face up like that or face down?
Play them like that, and then you can pick up your archives at the beginning of your turn after you have activated your faction. You can leave them there for as long as you like.
Oh, okay. But the other archives just play it.
Archives
face up,
are
right?
all face down, up in front of your deck.
Oh.
Is a magic reaction.
But how do you activate the
You can
archive?
only forge one at a time.
Beginning of your turn, forge a key. If you can't forge a key or you do
There are
whatever,
cards that
then
can
you say,
increase
okay, I'm
your
going to
cards
play
to
one of your
play
3
forge a
factions.
key.
Then you pick up
Again,
all of your
so
archive
drop
cards.
one.
You don't have to. You can leave them there as long as you like.
Okay, but then depends on the faction that you pick. Then the archive match with the.
It doesn't matter. You
faction,
pick
right?
everything up, and if you can play cards out of your.
Yeah, but the archive, they are different factions. I can only.
You can still only
play
play
the one
if
faction.
you would like.
Okay.
Lumber camp. Lumber camp for each creature you have in access. So I guess that means into play.
Which is a very interesting way to do a demo.
No,
There's no other way to do it for this game.
No, I know.
So one.
friendly creature captures a potato.
The way the game works.
Yeah,
Creatures
talk me
can
through
get more than one potato.
because I know nothing.
I'll capture a potato, guys.
I missed your
And
entire.
then I'll say that you can pass, I'll
Salted
get
but
another.
I'll carry on.
So, but then when I pass,
The way the game works is that
I'll call logos.
the aim of the game, I should say, is
I'll
to
unstun my
reap.
idiot.
Let me start again. The aim of the game is to forge 3 keys. Okay, we're on the Crucible. We're trying to forge these 3 keys of
I'm
power.
thirsty for popper.
Each key requires 3
And then
amber. Excuse me, 6 amber to forge. It's been a long day.
Need more coffee.
That has been a long day. Yes, more beer maybe. You use 6 amber to forge a key, right? So at the beginning of your turn, the first thing you do is you check your identity card to see if you have 6 amber on there. If you have 6 amber on there, you spend those 6 amber and you forge a key. You must forge a key if you have 6 amber. Okay. You can't decide to forge.
Calling Mars.
Okay. The next thing you do is you will activate one of the 3 factions in your deck. Okay. So your 3 factions are Brobnar, Untamed, and Sanctum, and my 3 factions are strangely completely different.
You can do it anyway.
There are 7.
Yeah, let's take your 2 guys.
So I've got Dis,
all the Mars.
Logos, and Mars. The only one we're missing is
Whenever he fights or reaps, he deals 2
we're
damage.
missing
Cast Trance of
That creature.
Brobnar. That's right. No, we got Brobnar there. Shadow. We're missing Shadow. So Brobnar are big crazy barbarians that do a lot of fighting and smashing. This is the Untamed. They're like the wild druids, fairies, and beasts. These are Sanctum are paladins and knights. There's a lot of defense and that sort of thing. This is demons who do crazy intense things. Logos is robots who do a lot of card actions, allow you to draw cards and stuff. And Mars are little green men with ray guns that do a lot of combos off each other, activating and reaping and that sort of thing. So those are your factions. Basically, at the beginning of your turn, forge key, then you call which faction you would like to activate. Okay? And then you play cards out of your hand and you use cards from the board. I'll describe the cards to you now. There are 4 different types of cards. There are creature cards, there are action cards, there are... Let me find the other ones.
I don't want to do this, but I know what will happen to my turn.
Interdimensional graph. So when you forge your key, I get the rest of your potatoes.
To kill him and myself.
Okay.
So does it only deal 6 damage?
Yeah. So the simplest one is the action. Okay. The action has a play keyword. When you play this card, you do the action. Okay. Some of the actions will have this little symbol on it, which means that you get automatically 1 amber.
Take my potatoes back.
Okay. Whenever as soon as you play it, and then it goes into your discard pile. Then there's creatures. Creatures have 2 elements. There is their power and their shields. So let me just see if I can find creature with shields. Here we go.
And then I'll pass and draw.
This is their attack value. It's also their hit mark.
You spend 6 potatoes and I get 1.
If I use him to attack, damage is dealt simultaneously. So if you have a creature that has 3 and I attack you with a 3, they destroy each other. If I attack a creature that has 2, I sustain 2 damage and I destroy the creature.
You have no potatoes.
Destroy stuff, play stuff to heal them, then that's
if you have shields, so this fellow has a shield here. If I attack a creature, I absorb 1 damage. If you attack me, I absorb 1 damage once. If you attack me with a second creature, my shields are gone, and you can go right through it.
Your guy shall return to
out of the game.
Out of the game. It's gone. So it's an extra king point for that. King of the Crag is gone. Or
exactly.
How dare you?
For that turn, and then your shields refresh at the end of your turn. Yes.
I can
Okay, so that's what you can do with them. What you can also do with creatures is every creature you can exhaust to reap and gain 1 amber.
You got one already.
Okay. There are certain creatures that this one, for instance, has a reap ability. Anytime I reap, I capture 1. I'll go into that in a second. This guy also has
So I will reveal any number of Mars
your
cards in my
opponent's
hand.
keys cost +1.
And I'll deal 4 damage.
Okay, so instead of 6, costs 7 as long as he's in play. Okay. So that's what you do with creatures.
in your deck. Your keys shuffle your graveyard.
Upgrades are assigned to any creature. This is a dis upgrade. I would have to play it on the turn when I say dis. When you use dis,
but they can be applied to anything.
They can be applied to anything. But this is still a Mars creature. It doesn't take the identity of the upgrade. And then you go with what the upgrade says. And finally, there are artifacts. Artifacts are played back here. Okay, and they remain there unless they're destroyed or removed some other way. Oh yeah, no. He's looking in?
Yeah.
Good man.
Logos.
Okay. So, and then the artifact, this is an action, you exhaust to do the action.
Library of Babel.
Alright?
This game is very
and then
actually very much
the end of your turn is you ready all of your exhausted characters and artifacts,
which is when I
and then draw up to 6 cards.
So capture is I put
now,
take one of yours and put
what's
it
the
on
whole
here.
point of calling a
When
faction
he's
at the
gone,
beginning of your turn?
You get to take it back.
The point is that, yes, Omni means that when you activate it, it doesn't matter what faction you call.
Wild Wormhole, so I play the top card of my deck
So
no matter what it is.
that's that faction. You can do it if you've called this, for instance. If you've activated this, you can still use that.
Oh, I see.
And I think
No worries. So that's the whole thing.
Call a faction. You can only play and activate cards from that faction.
Exactly. So if I call Logos, I can only play Logos cards out of my hand. I can only use my Logos cards on here.
I think we've been using card attacking with creatures.
You still attack with creatures that are not of the faction you call it.
Not at all.
No. Oh, you can't do anything with them?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
That makes it much more
Let's do that from now on.
decision-y.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it's an army of little green men.
Oh yeah, and they are awesome at chaining off each other.
I know,
as well.
right?
See, they were like a lot of Martian stuff. I'm like, no, Martians are good.
Yeah,
Martians are fun. I don't know.
they're organized.
Yeah.
Okay, go Brett.
Okay, so that's it. You can only activate things of that faction. So you can attack, or you can read, or you can do an action. Some of them have some characters have actions on them. Like that, some creatures. I mean.
Gee, I wonder what you
So
get.
that's it. So you
I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of stuff.
You can only do that.
Fun.
You can also activate or play these things, artifacts. You can also discard cards of that faction out of your hand. Why would you want to do that? Because you want to get through your deck. There's no decking in this game. As soon as you get to the end of your deck, shuffle your discard pile and go back to your turn. Okay?
Seems pretty common for butter.
I can't.
Yeah.
I also can't believe
Sure.
it's not butter.
At the end of your turn, you drop to 6 cards, unless you have chains.
Yep.
So this my fight. This guy is exhausted because he just can still fight. And this guy's from another faction can still fight.
This one says fight game. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Only
I
ready
will,
creatures will be used.
Only ready creatures.
I will deal 2 damage to this.
But this guy's stunned.
Yeah. So
And then I will.
never mind then.
Yeah,
Ready
so,
that.
chains.
I'll tap that.
There's certain cards that you play out of your hand. They're usually actions that do like
Another
perhaps a
2
lot of
damage.
damage to somebody else. It's like deal 3 damage to all enemy creatures, gain 3 chains.
Call Untamed.
What you do then is you put down,
play
put this
Mushroom
down
Man.
onto the number 3 there. At the end of my turn, I can only draw up to
I'll
5.
play the Nipple.
So 1 fewer, and then I lose a chain. And in my next turn, I draw up to 5, and there's a chain. Once again, I have 0. My next turn, I can draw up to 6. It's a bit of a handicap for a powerful card.
And the chain applies to both of us or just player?
Just player.
Okay.
I was looking at the pictures like, there's no nipples in that area.
Now, there's 3 things you can do with Amber. You can steal, right? If you play a card or do an action that causes you to steal an Amber, if you have an Amber there and I steal it, I steal it onto my plate.
Well, you may use a non.
This one, anytime this guy fights
non-Mars
or
creature. Oh,
reaps,
that's right.
if it's an Amber, I can capture one, which means I take an Amber out of your pool and I place it on him.
We'll classify it that way because it makes sense.
And he keeps that Amber until you destroy him, at which point you get all of the Amber that's been captured on him back. Okay, it's a delaying faction.
Upgrade my pool.
And then the final thing that you can do is lose. So lose an Amber just means go to the discard.
And I'll get a protect.
Last thing to talk about is stun.
kill my mushroom
If you
man.
stun this character, if you stun this
I
creature,
might
I mean,
just do
if
that.
this creature's stunned, I can't do
Only has
anything with
11
him
power.
until I activate Mars and then exhaust him through stun. And then in my turn he's ready, and then I can use him the following turn. And that's more or less
Follow the
it.
leader. I'll actually.
There will be questions. You can
be able
ask
to
me
use this guy, I believe.
if you're unsure about things.
I capture
So-
one. I do so. I have nothing. Damn it.
What is
You
this?
can't take
Oh,
my
this is
money. You can't take my money if I have
This
no
will
money.
hit your 3 guy, and this will hit your
It's the beauty
whatever
of
guy.
it.
Yeah.
And troll is.
There's no jail in
There's
it.
no debt either.
No debtor's prison in Keyforge.
But it
10.
I'm okay. It heals 3 damage.
Only no when
Basically,
you
give
read
yourself 6
My
cards.
last one.
Oh, it didn't. No, it didn't read it.
You may archive. So archive
And I
is
get
You can have a
to
mulligan
from your
if you're not
hand.
happy with the cards you
No,
have.
you don't get
Maybe too many actions.
You don't
on
get
the
to
entire
archive
cards.
No.
friendly. Just
Like
by
so.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no,
sorry.
save cards.
That was
This one's
crap, I should've
specified.
Automatically go to magic.
I think because that one
hand size.
specifies for me.
Right?
Go to 7.
I will
Yeah.
call.
I will archive this.
Move the damage. Yeah.
Really good idea, actually. And it stays there until I call faction. Then I can pick it up. All right. And
I'll call Logos.
Thanks.
I'll play this dummy.
what the hell?
I'll pick Logos. And then I will destroy a damage creature.
I'm gonna pull a mulligan. I like all these cards, but they're not. They're later game cards. I think.
Oh, look at that.
And then I'll draw cards.
You know what I'll do? I'll start by playing this. Each player loses half their
I
money.
will.
I guess who has no money? Run down.
That's
You love that card.
annoying.
I love that card.
There goes
It's really mean.
4.
And hey, guess who's broke?
oh, you got a ton, and you just about
Is
pour
this an
something.
artifact?
No, it's just a play.
It's a card. It's just an action.
It's like a sorcery.
Well then,
I play it.
I'll play Sanctuary.
I see.
Hey, now
Okay,
I'll
now we
capture.
determine who's first player.
Now I'll capture one.
Yeah, I'll play
1 or 3.
Okay.
3 it is. So would you like to be first player, or would you like me to be
And
first
I'll
player?
also
If you're first
play,
player, I'll
Twin
explain.
Bolt of Mission.
First player gets 1 more card, and then they can only play 1 card on their first turn. Then the next player can play as many cards they like, and then it goes back to the first player who can play as many cards they like.
And I'll slap 2 onto
Then
the
I'll play turns of.
and that'll be my turn.
I'll get a potato. And in front of the
Okay,
creature
I'm
you
going
control,
to-
Kefir's 2.
So, my turn, I will roll.
I'm going to play Logos.
Then
I'm going to play
I'll play.
Quixo the
play.
Adventurer.
Call Sanctum on play.
So play Purge, a creature with power 5 or greater.
He was nice.
So I guess that means that it's dead.
And obviously you don't draw.
What does Purge
mean?
Because
Purge
I
means death, right?
out of the game.
Oh, excellent.
Hold on.
So
can't
I
do
shall.
those guys, right.
And lastly,
You know my turn. I just
will play
name the
this.
faction and then play.
Sure.
I shall play
Sanctum captures one. He's got 2 shields
Okay.
and 4 damage.
It's a great thing I have no money.
1, 2.
Yeah, it's rather aggravating. Let's see.
It's a nice one.
So
Comes in exhausted.
play, I'll capture a thing.
Everything comes in play exhausted.
Yes.
Unless
otherwise specified.
I'll play Sergeant Zachiel. You may ready and fight with an enabling creature.
Immediately ready him and fight with him.
And
So, does it fight with him or
No,
does
you can use him to fight.
what about the Ember that they?
I'll fight your guy.
Yeah.
I have skirmish.
Captured Ember goes back to the original.
Okay,
So I
so
kill your guy,
I
what-
choose,
I think my
and then
thing's back.
I choose all 4 of them, though, right? 2 of my friends.
Correct. Doesn't matter.
We got
And I steal the money.
It doesn't matter.
steals
because,
don't come back.
because I would have gotten rid of him. It was this
If
guy
you
that
play
just
something that
captured.
captures,
Very
I
well. Yeah.
lose it onto that creature.
This guy could have captured. But
Oh yes,
We don't have anything.
you can now capture.
I will.
If you have an archive,
Good to have them take people on the board.
Question here.
even
What
if
would
you
be a
don't
flank
follow
in
those
this
cards
board?
because you don't know what's in your
can
archive.
pick it
Those are
up.
both
Yes,
flanked.
you can pick it up.
Alright.
Do you have to pick up all the archive cards?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so you must pick
Then
everything
I
up.
will not do that yet. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. So
You ready him? Yes.
and I draw up to 6.
Up to 6. Yep.
That sounds silly.
I'll
I will
play.
fight.
Now I'm going to.
I will fight. Hammer Hunter.
So I take 4, you take 3 because you have. And just for clarity, these are not.
Alright, I'm going to-
products. These were just from General, so that's why they're on. They will probably have like
Fair enough.
these kind of thicker cardboard ones.
Okay, I'm just gonna play. I think I'm just gonna play Logos again.
I
I'm gonna play the Wild Wormhole. Gives me an Amber.
Okay, I'll play.
Play the top card of your deck.
one from you.
And it is Mother.
There we go.
Play.
Mother. Yeah. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card.
Cards from the top of your deck until
Like Mother.
either
And then with him, I'm going to
And I will destroy an enemy creature.
Alright, I just have one.
Okay, you might not want to play that one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna burn something.
So this one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh wait, he goes back to the top.
Why does everything go back to the top, cousin?
Cards actually good.
That's kind of what this Logos does. Logos is like
Fair enough. That's reasonable. All right,
Shuffle it back into your deck.
I'll end my turn.
Even this guy? No.
I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it's the last card, I guess.
I shall
I
go
forget what
for
I'm good.
I'm gonna pick Shadow in this case.
No, that's bad. Don't do that.
Play Shadow Key. I play Naughty the Thief who does nothing.
So
I'll play Routine Job, which is steal one of yours.
command.
I need those.
Yeah, because the best part is I'm gonna play Miasma, which means you skip it.
So once he's ready, you can
So
do
you
that.
don't forge a key.
Is that this?
Forever?
No, just the turn.
So
This is on the
you get
next
your
turn.
thing back and he goes on top of my deck.
And I shall.
It's not fair. It's
And
Is that Dexter?
I'll
I
hit
love
your
it. It's
guy
actually
for.
not being passive.
You
Oh no, I can't, because that's a.
Quick, so the
drop,
adventurer
whatever.
gets punched out.
And I get a.
Go ahead.
Yep. Mama gonna knock you out.
I forgot about this.
I'll
Well, once again, when you play characters onto the board, you can only play them.
Into your open spots.
That's right. I mean, and there's no maximum.
Okay.
There's no maximum. This is just the art for the board.
Yeah,
But you're not allowed to play characters in between. As
when
creatures
he's
in
destroyed, he
between.
goes into my
You play
archive.
them
I got potato too.
That's right. You can play them all on that side and just shift it over and keep playing it that way if you want.
And
It's just because certain, like this guy has taunt, so he protects neighboring creatures. And some creatures have more abilities on flanks or vice versa.
So it's important to
yeah, that's right.
Potential for open and like taunt something.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to play.
Play a hunting witch. Each time I play another creature, I gain 1 unit.
Stop it.
I'm going to play
You
Mars.
just undo it. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
That's your turn?
Can't do it yet. It'll be a little bit.
I'm going to play Ulik Megamouth.
I will play an ancient bear.
And when I fight or reap, I can use a friendly non-Mars creature.
And
then I'm going to.
I'll play. Missed and lost 3.
Okay, I'm not going to take
Oh,
that.
and you gained 1 from the
Well, I only gained
But you did gain
I think that's all I'm going to do for the moment.
Taunt. This creature's
discard cards.
And I draw up to 7.
Unless they have
mother.
it.
I shall
And when it dies, I gain 5.
Okay.
Then I'll play.
Discard. That's how
It dies.
Ah, very nice.
That is my turn.
So, I'm going to start by picking.
So Radiant Fight
Brobnar.
means that you.
This is gonna kind of suck. Actually, no.
You can fight with him,
It's gonna suck for me.
which will exhaust him,
Yeah, that's.
and then ready him and fight with him again. Or you can reap with him, and then ready him and
Deal 2
fight
damage
with
to
him.
each other undamaged.
But once again, that's a Brobnar.
Now because
I
the 3
will
is
play Dexter.
because of battle.
Oh, and also, even if he's ready, you can still fight with him because it's a
I'll
friendly
play a
creature.
Spectral Tunneler.
So if I
So
call
all
for
guys,
you
if I get
drop
a potato.
down, try and invade fight with
This
him.
dies for sure.
And this
The rest
guy
are down to
is a
1.
flank creature, and he can read draw cards, so I'll
Let's
read.
have a.
The shields count for that damage. Or
Draw
Yeah,
card.
I think shield will
I
block
get a
it.
potato.
So he takes 1, he doesn't take
No,
anything.
only when
Well,
you
he doesn't take anything.
Sorry, yeah.
Correct.
But the rest of them will take
And
She's awesome. We'll have to get rid of her.
I will swiftly run out of these tokens.
There's some over here on the side.
Oh yeah, convenient.
Yeah, actually, I also wanted.
Look at
Hang on, I'm gonna go
that. Let's do a few more of these. One for you. One for you.
I'm really tired.
Yeah.
No, 2. It's 2.
2.
I'm just gonna play Sanctum.
And I've got it. Because this is the only one who had damage earlier. And the bear.
Okay, so I'm going to play Dis.
I need one more.
I'm going to play Fear. Ah! Return an enemy creature to its owner's hand.
Who says,
Put
while attacking an enemy creature on the flank, so this is your flank, so when I attack someone on the outside, deal 2 plus damage. While I'm attacking.
Alright then.
Headhunter's going to
I'm
attack
going
now.
to play
He's going to fight.
the
I
Demon.
gain 1 from fighting.
It's pretty
And
scary.
he's going to slap the guy who does 2
But
damage.
his
I'd
action
like
is
you to
steal
stop
one.
exiling my stuff.
Oh, okay, that seems reasonable, yeah.
And I take, how much is he? A 3? He's a 3. So he's,
Yeah.
Well, does the damage count? Does
I'm
he always
take
deal 3
this.
damage?
I'm going to play
they'll
Control
always
the Weak.
Then I
Not to
will
say that you're weak, but
hit you with command.
choose a house on your opponent's identity card. Your opponent must choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Sanctum.
Use a friendly, non-sanctioned
And
creature.
that is my turn.
Yeah, I was going to choose Sanctum.
Oh, really?
I was going to choose Sanctum anyway.
Oh, darn.
Can I attack with both or with the other one?
automatically forge your key.
Oh,
What
There,
does
so
use
center.
mean?
For 6.
I don't know. 6?
And you just
So what does
one
use
of the
mean
other.
here?
Whichever one you like.
Use means fight, reap, or exhaust for action.
Ooh, so use a friendly, non-sanctioned creature. So if I reap with this, do I use this guy instead or with him?
No, you reap with him. Yeah. And now, take another one. Like these, why is he exhausted? Right?
They're all plus 1 now,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
So
so
reap
7,
that.
3.
Yeah, and then you can do something with him if you want.
I'll reap that.
I get it. Hit
Oh,
hard.
okay, now I get it.
Because some of them say fight with, that you don't have a choice. You can only fight. Use means fight, reap, or use for action.
Oh,
Okay, so the champion.
Okay.
you can use
back.
So which faction are you?
Alright,
I'm
so
thinking.
I'll untap.
Yeah, I am still.
Oh yeah, darn! It was Brobnar I wanted to
I'll get
activate.
my
Oh, it doesn't
first
matter.
key
I said the wrong
finally.
thing. Because that's when I put back into your hand. I was like, oh, I don't want to play that again.
Finally,
I got confused.
That was great. That was bad.
I'll call.
I will choose Martians. But I will pick this up.
Radiant Knight.
Stop it.
Captures one.
I'm gonna play him. Very
I'll
nice.
call Mars.
I will choose.
Start dealing with your,
So I'll play the Mother
your
Gun.
nonsense.
I'll reveal 2 Mars creatures and I'll kill this guy.
I'll get 2 potatoes.
Yep.
This guy's what, a 4? Pretty good.
Then I'll play a Mars creature.
Alright.
Then I'll play another Mars creature. Capture one.
Martian Hounds?
Oh, wait, friendly ready
choose
Mars
this
creature.
creature. For each damaged creature, he gets a 2/+1 counters.
And then I'll pass and I'll draw.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
3 cards.
Pretty hard, guys.
1, 2, 3. Does it include itself for each other or
For each damaged creature.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I have 14
Then I'll
plus.
Dis, and I'll dis.
These are +1 counters, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
That is not a plant creature.
6, 9,
Can you stop that?
12.
Then I'll
I don't know how much this helps me, but
I'll
here's
return
12.
that.
Okay, hold on.
Return
Hand.
what?
Return
Okay.
each.
Need one more.
No, never mind, never mind. That's wrong. Read it wrong.
14.
What key hammer?
He has a 14.
So it
no,
says
it's an
if your opponent
18
forged a
power
key
creature.
on the previous turn,
Because he just went.
Under
forge it, and you get 6
Shame I can't attack him.
Yo, it took me an entire cycle of my deck to get 1 key.
Now he's that.
This deck sucks. This deck is so bad.
I'm gonna play.
Just you.
No, this deck is
I just
astonishingly
scared the
bad.
hell out of him.
No,
This guy didn't read it
just
properly.
you.
Or maybe it's just your opponent.
No, it's just Lyle.
astonishingly bad.
It's just Lyle.
Have you played it against every possible deck? No.
This deck just feels astonishingly bad. All my cards do nothing.
Lyle.
I literally cannot play a single card in my hand. None of the cards in my hand do anything.
Alright, go ahead.
Then discard them.
Yeah, you can discard to draw more cards.
Oh, can you?
They have to be
They
the
have to be
same
of the
faction
faction
that you called for the turn.
then I'll discard
This
this,
says I
and I'll
can
draw a
use a
card.
friendly
Okay,
non-Mars
so
creature.
I'm
It means I
going
can use
to
them off turn.
And if I end
play,
the turn,
So you can use them
I'll
to
draw-
attack,
play
to fight,
Logos.
to fight, to
Okay.
reap, to do whatever you
I'm
want.
going to play.
Stop it.
I'll call Untamed.
Fight
Rookton.
this guy.
First I'll get it. First I'll get it.
I'm going to
And that will
play
and I will choose
Twin
this guy
Bolt
to let me
Emission.
use.
Deal 2 damage to a creature and 2
Uh,
damage to a different
Your
creature.
guys can't fight next turn.
So I'll do
Oh,
2
no.
damage to the
You
Witch
take
of
6
the
and I
Eye.
So I'll take a
explode.
potato.
And
Or take 4 and I explode.
Yeah, they can read. They can
2
read.
damage to Champion
Can you
Anaphiel,
stop
which is only
that?
1.
Play Nibblate.
Good. I really don't want
Oh no, you take 1 more.
You
It's
know,
all
one,
Whichever more.
whichever if you want some tokens.
And I will.
And then
Help yourself to whatever you need.
And then you keep
I'll
one down.
draw 2 cards.
Okay,
I'll
and then
dis.
Oh, yeah?
I'm on the
I'm
Mine
going
part,
to
Okay.
Still a ways to go before it hits there.
And then I'll mind
Like halfway there.
I mean,
I'm going to
it's still a ways. Let's see.
damn it.
Then I will
I've
play
been
Oh, I can't even. Oh yeah, I can destroy.
Grabber Jammer.
and
But I like having lots of cards. I
Repeat.
think I'm gonna have to.
Okay, I've been reading.
And
I don't have to. You're right, I don't.
Untap, read.
Good decision. All right, I'm going to.
I want to archive a friendly creature.
this deck
I
is
don't
not
like
bad.
the
This is
ball
a
thing
lot
destroy.
of potato
Champion
making.
Anaphiel.
I will.
That upsets me.
We'll archive number.
I hope you're happy.
Let's say the artifact
That's my
is,
turn.
sorry. Let's say the
All
artifact is a
logos, but we
creature.
still haven't
When I
played
come
a
down
proper
with the
game
sword
yet.
or
We still haven't-
When you archive a
it's ready.
creature. Wait, what? You what?
When you archive a creature, you put the creature
No,
face down there.
this is to my archive.
Right.
So I have in fact to change the creature into archive.
Okay.
So when I get
Deck
into
is
hand,
so bad.
so
You pick it up at the beginning of
oh,
your turn.
right, and then this is treat as a creature or treat as the
Normal
archive?
creature.
Normal creature.
This deck is astonishingly bad.
Give it to your opponent to play, and then switch decks.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, you play this. I'll play Babel.
I ain't playing this
I'll
crap.
play Logos. Action.
So,
This deck is so bad.
this
I don't even know what to
moves
say.
there, or
how
just
bad
Yes,
that
it fills in.
both my dice.
I'm gonna take
Just read this guy's deck name.
1 and 1.
Unconscionable.
It's literal skull.
Oh, I forgot to draw it.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to die. So I'm gonna. That's it.
That's it.
Not bad.
Let's go for Untamed.
Oh, I just wish I could change the name.
I shall
Let me kill you.
read. I mean, I don't wanna. So read gets me one of these.
Ow.
Yes.
Alright. And the repression, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'll return the check.
Okay.
Unsurprisingly.
I'm actually picking up this version important in the case, but I just want to check how much it is. You mean like thirsty?
I shall
I think I've just been eating bad butter.
activate the bear flute.
Very nice.
I don't.
There's no bears in play, so it finds all the bears in my deck, yes.
Yep.
There's one.
I like the idea of just all the bears.
Yeah.
So I will call Untamed. I will fight
Ancient bears.
this guy. Deals
Yep.
2 damage.
And now you shuffle your discard pile into your deck.
The discard goes okay.
Trade.
Good trade.
Not too bad.
Actually, wait, you dealing how much? 2 plus 5, yeah, because he's a 7, that's fine.
And then I will play the bear flute.
And I can play immediately.
Search my deck and discard and put each ancient bear from them into my hand. If I do, shuffle my discard pile into my deck.
What the heck?
There's only one ancient bear in each.
With a bear.
Possibly, maybe?
Look at the back of your identity card. Generally speaking, I've not encountered
like
more
3.
than one.
Ancient bear. Alright.
I've not
So
encountered
I
more
pick
than
up
one.
that ancient bear.
Yep, and then you shuffle your
And then
discard.
I shuffle my discard into my deck.
Oh god.
Alright. Does the bear flute... The bear flute's...
Gain
Oh,
2
I'm
amber
aware
if
the
you
bear
have more.
flute's an action.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
use him yet. Oh, this is bad. Now I've shuffled...
That's
Sure.
we know what's gonna happen next time. It's
Right.
So I will accept this
I
answer.
will not play the bear again.
Not this turn.
Not
Next
this
turn.
turn. I guess I'll...
That's done. Okay, so that's done. So let's shuffle this a little bit better.
Good turn.
It's okay. Accidents do happen.
Alright, I'm going to
I didn't
play
realize it's an
Mars.
That's okay.
And Mars does all kinds of fun things. So I'm going to play the Ixley Marauder. The Ixley Marauder gets +1 power for each amber on it. I capture 1 amber for every friendly Mars every ready Mars creature.
Lost in the woods.
Friendly Mars creature. So I capture
I
that,
will shuffle
which gives
both
me
of those back
+1
into
power.
my deck, and I will shuffle 2 of my creatures back into my deck.
I'm going to play
Shuffle Sergeant
another
Sakiel.
Ixley Marauder,
Well, the whole shuffling thing was
which
relevant.
will allow me to do that.
You sure you don't want to shuffle that
Get
one?
that.
I mean, now it's an item.
I
It's here.
will
Play a third?
not play a third.
Yeah. That back into my deck.
I'm going to.
Those 2 next to each other, and the bear artifact. All right.
Did we agree if archiving was... Can I do discard? Archive can't tell discard.
No.
Okay, so that's
From your hand or from the board.
unless it specifies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to play that, but I'm not going to.
Uh,
Okay. I'm also going to use Ulik Megamouth.
Nothing else for me to do because I wouldn't have the ancient bear until next turn.
I'm going to fight
Oh, right.
with him. I'm going to destroy the Witch of the Eye. And I'm
okay.
allowed to use a friendly non-Mars creature.
One for
I'm
lost.
going to use
Because I can't concentrate right now.
Bookton to reap,
No, I just
and
finished
she
dinner.
allows me to draw a card.
I'm going to play a dexterity.
I don't know, I just can't.
And I'm
I
going to
literally just threw
play
it all.
Dang it!
John
How many
Smith.
cards do you have?
2, but you put them both back in and you shovel them.
This is true.
And that's my turn.
I'm going to play a lab one,
But-
which I will archive this.
Elusive, you
Because it has
understand?
the symbol, I gain 1.
Elusive is if you attack him, nobody gets dealt damage on the first try. So you could attack with that, nobody gets any damage, and then destroy him with that.
So this would be the turn
Elusive
where I would...
does not.
You may now summon a bear.
Elusive does not work for damage. So if you have a card that deals damage, that ignores elusive because elusive only works for
Pick
attacks.
this back up.
So the ancient bear
But I'm gonna
would attack but kill you.
I will use it, find the bear,
Correct.
play the bear.
Oh my god, it's a bear.
It's a bear. We're all there.
A bird.
A bird. I will play a remove.
And I love the quote on the bottom of the Ancient Bear as well. It's actually from this guy.
The loosest of terms.
Yeah, this is from Quixo the Adventurer, who I believe says it.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn. Bear in the.
Skeleton soul technically.
It's a skeleton.
So I shall play.
So your opponent's keys now cost even one even furthermore.
Can we stop that?
I could. I'm not going to, but
I shall play Untamed.
Yeah, you could.
I could, but I'm not going to. I will also discard a card.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Okay. Let's play. I'm gonna pick logos again. I'm gonna tap the Babel to draw a card.
The cards are far too interesting.
I'm going to play. I'm gonna actually attack with this.
So I shall.
So I take 3, but I have 1+1 from the battle banner.
Destroy him. And you don't sustain any damage because you did the damage before you attacked.
This is just still fine. Isn't it great though? It just sticks around and you can just
I can't
bring more bears back.
I really can't break the bear.
Is that something that Jeremy did?
can,
Jeremy
it's
got
just
very worked up with fighting.
As long as I keep calling Untamed, right? Right?
So that's the whole thing of
So what's happening here? 2 damage to each.
trying to get the right balance between fighting and reaping.
And this gets 2 damage.
And I get 1 from playing.
I like weapon.
That does.
So I get 1 from that.
Yeah.
And then
I
play,
will call.
if your opponent played 3 or more creatures on the previous turn, steal.
No bear.
Not play a bear, yeah.
That's amazing. That card rarely gets used, and I used it twice last game.
What cards can you
and used it
archive?
once this game.
Archive comes from hand and field?
I believe so.
Unless it specifies on the card, because there's some cards that say exile a friendly creature, then otherwise it's just, then otherwise it's just either or.
Whatever. Field or hand it is. Archive it.
So I will play Numquid the Fair and destroy that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be done.
Destroy target creature.
How is that fair?
It's
This
not.
goes to the top. When he gets destroyed, put it on top.
Cool. I will reap this guy, and reap means you generate and capture one. Like if this has an effect for reaping, doesn't it?
You do as much as you can.
Capture.
And you generate as well.
I did. I have.
Stop it.
I'm not gonna. Let's see. I will.
End of my turn.
Correction. If the ability instructing a player to archive a card does not specify where the card is to be archived from, the archived card comes from that player's hand.
You got Oreos.
I will play a rating.
What are you eating, Oreos? What are you eating?
Give me an Oreo.
Yeah, I thought so.
I will capture another one.
Card doesn't specify where you're supposed to archive.
Stop that. I know.
I will
And fight doesn't give you.
play this guy and ready and then use this guy to generate one resource and capture another one. Friendly, ready
Yeah.
friendly creature. It is really good because it has
Give
a
me another
soul.
one
Right over here. There we go.
Sold.
This is sold because it has a soul.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it's
comes
pretty great.
as
And
a core set. Okay, the core set is
I will play
a box that will have all of your tokens and cards and chain
Sergeant Zakia
markers and chain
ready and fight
board.
with a neighboring creature. But
It will
he's not gonna
have
fight,
2
so
starter decks that are
instead
going
he's
to be
just
like
gonna sit there.
intro decks. It will be the same in all of the games and will contain 2 unique decks.
So it'll contain. So it doesn't have all the cards. It has
Start
2
by
decks.
playing
Okay, and it has 2 decks in red.
which is
2 unique decks
Among all of these decks.
among
like
all
silver
of the
actually comes
decks.
into play ready.
You will never see these decks.
4
Put a
billion
dust
decks
runner
that exist.
on-
Alright, you'll
Dust
never
runner
see
on
these
Nexus.
decks
Oh,
ever
sorry,
again.
this is
Okay.
The decks are completely 100% unique.
So it's like a starter deck from Magic.
Yeah.
Like the original
You could
starter
get the
deck.
same deck. except
Well, it used to be called a tournament.
but have a
In the
card
game.
of difference.
In the game,
Then it's not the same deck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In the
actually
box,
play
you
the
get 2
skeleton
starter
team,
decks
which
that
lets
are
me
like intro decks,
capture
and
what?
2 decks like these.
Okay.
Unique decks.
And the unique decks are.
Oh, this is my.
Okay, these.
I remember what that is.
But not literally these.
But not literally these.
Yeah. So the card backs are unique. On
Okay.
every,
And
on
the
every
names are unique.
deck.
And they will never be replicated.
They will never be replicated.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as they add, if they add an expansion with a,
So how do you come up with that many names?
A
have that
very
many
clever
names?
algorithm.
yeah,
Okay.
When you're
that's a
using
source.
when you're using terms like outer bum, hey, the world's your oyster. Sky's the limit.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
will.
My name's
And
the bloody game. It's weird.
and then
There's
there's
like
going
normal
to be
names, and then
There
there's
might be
like,
similar cards between decks and
Similar, some sort of effect, but yeah.
Presumably
smaller
the
monster,
card, like they
creatures,
pull from
something like
a
that.
stacked card pool.
yeah. Absolutely. I can't remember how many cards there are per faction. But that's it. It's like the combination.
And all they have to do is add another faction and an expansion later down the road, and then you get even more random decks.
So, and all the cards in the so the cards that are actually in the game will have the same card back.
It's an upgrade?
Yeah, it's on
in the deck.
It's
Same
on
deck.
Okay.
Every deck has its own unique.
So what if I want to like customize my deck?
You're not going to be able to.
That's the whole point.
Okay, you don't get to customize your deck.
Yeah.
There's no meta decking.
Apparently, Garfield hated the fact people meta deck. Alright, and like get all the cards they want, put all the best cards in the deck. So he created the game where you can't do that ever.
Darn it!
It's like what happens if I just like buy a pack and my deck just sucks?
Artifact as my own.
Buy another.
I can't find
Or
my
bears.
bears.
I have no bears.
What happens if you buy that one
Sergeant
deck that
Zacchio
is
will
like
attack this
astronomically
I don't get take
better than everything else?
That's
Then you just win all the
very
time.
true
That's
and very
cool.
fair.
And then you can also handicap
Play a
yourself by
Sergeant
assigning
Zacchio.
yourself
Ready,
chains
fight.
and challenging yourself
Again.
to try to win with your deck with a
Yep,
handicap.
there you go.
So the first time we fight, I would have taken 2 damage. The second time we fight, I would have taken another 2 damage.
We're taking 2 and then 3.
It's
So
your
he's
turn.
It's my turn.
okay.
No, 2
I am
and 2
going
because he's got 1
to-
shield.
No, 2 and 3 because the shield.
Oh,
is
you're
gone.
right. Yeah. So he
I'm
blows
also
up.
a 4, but that's fine. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter because you have
Okay,
a
so I am going to play.
So he blows up.
You've got 2. You've got how many? 5? 6?
I will play
6? Okay, no, that's not. Not acceptable.
Take
I
1
went from
damage.
2 to 6 in a turn.
You can heal your cards.
My card.
Okay, so I'm going to
Play
play.
more.
The gatekeeper.
These.
Oh yeah.
I will
7 more.
Yeah, that would be nice.
reap with
So
this guy.
I'm going to
and capture 1.
Interesting. Okay,
And then
all right, I'm going to play
attack
Logos.
This guy. For 4. With who? With this guy. Okay, so
I'm going
2
to
shields, so he doesn't take any damage.
use this to reap,
And this comes back to me.
and then allows me to draw a card.
So like,
Non-quitable reap.
if a new expansion is released.
I don't know what the expansions are going to have.
And that ends my turn.
Right, but if a new, like theoretically, if a new expansion is released,
Bring this to my
and
for each new faction that's released, right, the number of decks increases exponentially.
No, I understand. But what I'm saying is that like, if power creep happens, then you're just going. Then basically, as power creep continues, the old cards just get thrown in the garbage because you can't reuse them because the old decks become garbage as power creep happens.
But I can't imagine how power creep would happen because there's no like
Each player loses
there's
things rounded.
Damn it!
there's a certain
It's
amount of
probably
control.
more likely
That's why I
that
have
they'll
this,
release a
because
new
I'm not going
faction
to win this
Stop
battle.
it. Rounded down.
as opposed to release new cards for a current faction.
Right.
So like that's the White Schwartz problem.
I'm going to capture 2 of those.
But as White Schwartz has proven, power creep happens even in White Schwartz games.
I'm not
Not
sure.
always.
Yeah. Okay. So I played
Depends on
Logos.
your designer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Yuck
play.
it up.
Harris
Yuck it
Garfield
up.
are
Yuck
also.
it
Oh, I
up.
have a chance.
I'm gonna play Phase Shift. I can play 1 non-Logos card this turn.
Yeah, so actually, I would
Oh
draw
wait,
it, so
that's
that-
play.
Oh, no, I
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, unless I draw.
So I'm going to play Charette, which allows me to capture 3 of your amber onto him. And I'm going to play Random Access Archives. Archive the top card of your deck.
This is dumb.
Interesting. And then that's my turn.
Yeah, does archive do?
What does who?
Archive.
Archive. Whenever you archive a card, after I name my faction, I can pick up all the cards from my archive. I don't have to pick up from my archive. I can just build my archive up and then end up with a big pile of cards in my hand. Sometimes it's fun to archive cards that have a play effect so that you can replay them and use their play effect.
Play ammonia clouds. Deal 3 damage to each creature.
Okay.
So this takes 1. This takes 2.
I shall play.
Yep.
This dies.
Yep.
This takes 2.
Sectum. Yes, sectum. Did you lose your
And that one takes 1.
Thank you. So, sectum.
I have +1 power.
Oh damn! I didn't realize.
Hey!
I will then play.
You picked Martian, right?
I did play.
So, I shall fight.
I'm not going to win this, but it's going to be
I'll
fun.
play Martian Hounds. 3 damage.
Okay.
Chosen creature choose +1/+1 power.
And you receive 2
I
damage.
will put that on. No, I'm not going to double down on this
show
giant
that.
bastard.
Yes, you
Fight.
should.
Absolutely not.
should.
I will put it on this rating dice.
So he's gaining
So,
6.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Well, this game is broken.
Into...
He's Martian hounded twice for 14 and 12.
12.
So yeah.
I feel like I need
And that
dice at
destroys
this
him.
point.
Be my guest.
And I
Thank
take
you.
3. So I take 2, because I have a shield.
This
game
has
is
12.
Yep.
This game is broken. Me? I am not.
I will then. I don't really want to attack because I'll lose my grabber jammer. I will reap and capture one.
I shall blind
That's
and
fine.
light.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Choosing.
then I'm gonna.
I got one of
I'm gonna
each.
stun each non-Mars
no.
creature.
Yep. So,
So I'll
stun
choose,
means when you do an action.
Nothing.
Logos.
Logos.
Stun.
You can't do anything with them, and you remove it by calling that faction and then tapping them, right?
Yeah, exhausting.
Put the other blind and light.
And that ends my turn.
Name and this. So it's only at the start
In
of
this
my
case,
turn.
you know,
I
I'm
take
gonna
6
call
off the
Logos.
clip, so you know you build up a ton.
Yeah.
Do the stun. Draw a card. And then I'm going to end my turn.
I shall play the champion
Anfield.
and I'll play a Cleansing Wave to deal 1 damage from that.
All right.
Damage from that.
Stop it.
And get me 2
I'm not doing
My
anything
goodness.
terrible.
What do you mean you're not doing anything terrible?
Terrible.
and
I mean, stuff's happening, but not terrible.
Well,
Look, they're all
I'm going to play Logos.
Okay.
I'm going to exhaust him to remove the stun. And I'm going to play a card that you're not going to like very much. This is fun.
Is it like my card?
Interdimensional Graft. If your opponent forges a key on their next turn, they must give you their remaining amber. That's a fun one.
I will play
And then that's my turn.
Red Planet Ray Gun onto the Grabber Jammer.
Forge
Is
a key
it,
for 6.
now, when it reaps, it deals 1 damage to that creature for each Mars creature in play. 1 damage to a target creature.
And I receive 5.
Reap with it.
And pull up on the
Yikes.
Blow up
Thank
one
you.
of yours and capture one of your. Oh, you don't have anything for me to capture.
Hey, this goes to the top.
This is sad. And I will play Tongue. I will play Tongue.
Okay, so
I'll play Tongue here.
heads.
Great.
Just
I love
tails.
tongue.
Really good. Heads or Tongue.
This whole
What are these?
heads.
Before I will.
Well, that's my deck, yeah.
That one's really strong.
You just
Both
6.
of those
I
decks are
just
mine,
7.
and
I
they're
can
both
only play 1.
pretty
Let's go
solid.
for Brother.
Here we go.
Why not?
So first of all, let's go work on the chest.
Can I go then?
Yes.
Right, I can't capture anything. Dang.
That's good.
Damn.
Let's have a Phoenix Heart.
Rob.
Oh, yeah. Who are you giving that to?
War Song, which is for the rain. Each time
Underneath?
for fights I
The
gain
guy
1.
with the
Fire Spinner, which just shows up. Follow the leader's for the remainder of the turn. Each friendly creature can fight. He's gonna fight.
What I want to understand is why you haven't forged the key yet.
Oh boy, alright. I'm calling Brockman?
Sure.
Yeah, but like.
then I'll fight.
Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tokens on this creature, I must say.
That's a great name,
I'm
huh?
gonna just fight him.
Into
Well, you don't lose any,
He'll die.
any
He'll die.
embers.
Booked in.
Then
Destroyed.
I'll play
Give me that back.
Okay, destroyed the good doc.
And this goes to the
4,
top.
which will kill me as well.
And then I'm
when
gonna
you play
play.
ready
Where am I
fight
targeting?
with a neighboring order. So this 2 gets
Splashes either side.
and then ready.
Oh, okay.
And
That'll be my turn.
fights. Never mind. You cannot do that. Because you don't have anything that can fight.
So
this guy.
I'm going to
Forge
my
one and
key.
nothing.
And I'll put this on.
One here.
From the creature gets +1 power.
And oh, I did fight, so I gained 1.
I'm going to play Mars, and I'm going to pick up my card from my archive.
That's it. I'm gonna pass. And I'm Man, I can't believe I drew these.
Shocking, right?
I know.
You can.
Okay.
actually very thoroughly enjoyed playing Some of these are really good.
For draw? You draw the end of your
Taunt means that he'll have to attack these creatures and not others, right?
I'm gonna
taunt.
Yes.
Creatures' neighbors cannot be attacked unless they have.
So the two next to it can't be attacked.
I'm going to play
What happens if
the
two
Mother
creatures
Gun.
both get taunt next to each other?
It's an artifact. The action is reveal any number of Mars cards from my hand and deal damage to a creature equal to the number
I
of
would
Mars
love
cards
to find
revealed
out.
this way.
So, what happens if two creatures next to each other have taunt?
Well, it says cannot be attacked unless they have taunt. So he can attack while they're taunt.
Okay, so it has been clarified to prevent it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Taunts on there.
That is a 0.
Oh, good.
It could be any number up, like if you have a creature that has a 1
I
there, it
will
just prevents 1 damage.
I will choose.
And it gets replenished next turn.
Sorry.
And its attack is its health.
But the attack keeps being the number.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to forge a key.
Yes. You have to forge a key. Okay. That's,
you and your
that's
forgery.
all I'm going to play for the moment.
Okay.
I'll play, Spectrum, I'll play this.
I shall play.
Alright, so I will tap the bear flute. And
Man, I can't imagine why.
return myself an ancient bear to my hand.
Choose a house.
Shuffle this.
Each creature.
Ancient bear from your hand.
Yeah, I'll play Gromner.
I will then play
So
an
they're all
ancient bear.
That's
so this has Omni.
Oh god.
So I'll sacrifice it and destroy your mother
I
gun.
will then
Yeah, you can play it again from exile.
play a Niffle Ape.
That's sad.
When he's attacking, I get to ignore taunt and elusive. Niffle. Like when you have the sniffles.
You draw
Not the sniffles. That's something else. See Dr.
No, I mean,
I'm just glad those are cheap.
one yourself.
Oh, I get 2 more.
Sorry?
Just glad those are cheese.
Yeah, you know. I'll play. Actually,
So it's a Niffle Ape. It's the beast and the Niffle. And he gets to ignore taunt and
Also,
elusives.
only 2 guys showed because.
Did it just say nipple?
Niffle, yeah. It's a
I'll
Niffle.
play.
Well, that's what the
Type of thing, it's a Niffle.
Well, what did it just say nipple?
I'll play.
You draw step.
It's all happening now.
Way of the bear.
You draw 1 less card.
You have a bear!
I have a bear. Now I have a bearish Niffle.
Good save.
One from that. Yeah, that was a close one. And I will return to your discard this creature. I don't really need it. And it's your turn.
And that's my
My
turn.
hand is right.
Go ahead.
So, curious.
Let's start with playing a
Can we
troll.
discard at the end of
I'm
the
playing, sorry, I'm picking Gromnar, playing a troll.
To ready.
When can you discard 3 damage? That's pretty good.
Oh, with the, yeah?
Yeah. Clever.
They're actually quite good. I actually appreciate this a lot.
Yep. You fully heal?
Which fully heals and gives him +1.
Yeah.
Any books, any
God damn it.
And then I'll use the war chest to gain thing because the creature was killed.
We're going to fight.
Are we going to fight?
Fire Spitter fights. Before fighting, he deals 1 damage to each enemy.
That's me.
Alright.
Okay.
So basic danger. You know the
So,
danger
I'm
of
gonna play
giving
Mars.
damage counters on creatures, right?
What other choice do I have?
I'm just gonna play Key Abduction.
I guess technically you
Gives
should
me an
use
amber.
these as
Shield.
Return each Mars creature to its owner's hand.
and you survive, you get
That
one.
back.
Because I have the power to.
Because you have the power.
Back
Actually,
to
I
my
survived
hand.
with 2 technically.
Then I may forge a key at +9 to current cost, which would be 15.
Okay.
Reduced by 1 for each card in my hand. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
dice.
5, 6.
Not tongue.
So that would be cost 9. I've only got 5.
I can finally draw to my phone.
You can discard cards during your turn, and only of the faction that you have activated.
Oh,
But you don't discard down to that size at the end of turn?
No.
No. So if you have a lot of cards in your hand,
You
just
don't
have a
draw.
lot of cards in your hand.
And you don't draw.
Oh, this is such a great.
I'm going to play Ammonia Clouds and deal 3 damage to each
I'm not
creature.
doing that, but it is a really great, like, the art. I'll show you
2
after.
to him.
I will call Sanctum.
Here, 1 to him.
I will exhaust both of these guys for their stuns.
Shadows.
That was a long time for those.
I did. I was okay leaving them where they were, but still.
They're quite strong though. So it's not
I will play round table.
Zizix the Many.
Power and gains taunt.
That's I may reveal a creature from my hand. If I do, archive it and give Zizix the Many 3+1 power.
Has elusive and skirmish. I guess elusive.
I'm going to play the Biomatrix backup,
so
which is this
and
creature
skirmish,
gains
I know
destroyed. You may
is-
put this
that
creature
is
into its
when
owner's
he
archives.
attacks, it doesn't deal damage.
And that's my turn.
That's all I'm going to do.
It doesn't deal back.
Bad turn.
And it cannot be targeted, I guess. What is this? Elusive.
Elusive means if somebody attacks you,
Dodge it?
they dodge it. Nobody gets
Fight now?
damage. If
Again?
somebody attacks you
I
a
like
second time,
Fighting's good.
then you sustain the damage.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And skirmish means that if you attack somebody, you don't sustain
Deal 1 to
damage.
each of your creatures, so shield. The 6/1. This has shields.
Oh, actually,
and
this
that's that.
has like 2 shields.
Okay.
So, shielded, one
It's
more.
not good.
Shielded. Cool.
Alright.
And because of this, he's going to punch.
Just crazy.
Base to kill.
Oh no!
No, yes,
No,
because
next
you have
is
1
wave.
shield.
Yeah, that's right. Next up, taunt.
Oh no, and you gain 1 power, so no, not quite.
And deal 2
Actually,
damage.
use a cleansing wave.
Oh no, because I have +1 from
I've
this.
got +1.
So it's a 6.
6, which is enough to take out by 1 overflow.
2 to each creature.
Okay. So that dies.
This is dead.
And you said that guy was attacking as well?
Yeah, I gotta figure out who would
You
be
control until this leaves play.
Incredible.
Just a card I've discovered.
9 damage to this guy.
9 damage! My goodness me.
I don't. Well, he has 1 shield, so 8 damage, and he has +1
He's
power.
got 2 shields.
But I did 1 to everything.
Right, 1 shields. So 7 damage plus 1 power means 8 damage.
8 damage, but +1 here, so just remember.
Doesn't matter, he's got 1 extra, but yeah. So now let me figure out where we're at.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Now
3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14,
18.
18. So 5, 11, 14, 15.
What the heck?
So, still alive!
I just want to play that. So I get one.
Alright.
And I guess I'll also play.
Each creature.
So, like, people are like, I have a popper gun. I'm like, there's tournaments happening, you should come.
I'll run this guy into that guy.
Yeah.
Who's
No, I'm not
destroyed?
drawing a card. I'm good. Alright.
Oh, you.
I will.
And
I'll read
I
don't know, they're just here, okay?
I duly noted that. They scare me.
Okay, so I have 6 amber. Forge my second key. But look at this. Look at this guy.
I feel. How do you feel?
I gain 1 for every creature that you
That's
damage.
all 1/1 counters. So that's a 16, and that's a 18.
You need to get a return card to the owner's hand.
It's not in here. I've tried.
I mean, that would be ideal, right?
It would.
He's also purged my Quickso and my King of the Crag.
Ooh, not the King of the Crag. So,
There's no problem.
I
It's not as
will,
bad.
Alright, I'll play.
I will call.
Okay, I'm gonna play
Untamed again.
I resell.
I will.
If one has more.
Choose a house. Return each feature of that house from your discard pile to your hand.
Bear.
Gain 1 chain.
If you still have.
Creature placement is important, and you put creatures
So
in
you deal
between
2
other
and
creatures.
you deal 5. So
Just
just
only
the
put
side.
onto the outside.
Okay, okay.
So,
Bear goes in my district.
1 creature.
I will tap
This,
this,
by the way.
pick Bear back up,
I've only got
and shuffle
2.
these guys back into my deck.
I feel like Bareflute should shuffle when you do it.
I
I
feel
feel like that
like-
would
I
balance
feel
it a
like
little better.
Bareflute is entirely balanced, and I don't know what you're talking about. That if Bareflute
I'm
were
going to play
required not
Charette,
to,
which captures 3.
I wouldn't love it quite as much. I will then play my ancient. No, goes out here. I will then play my
My
ancient
second
bear,
Charette.
Shut up.
Which captures 3.
and I should have done something before I did that.
I
I
pick demon.
really wanted to regrowth and pick up
going
one
to
of my
play
creatures. Hold on, let me just grab that guy back then.
Taxon.
I really intended to grab that guy.
And I'm going
Stop
to
it.
He's
play
nice, he's friendly, I like him.
Stop it.
And then
Nothing
shuffle
else.
this back in.
That's right.
And Isolite's gonna reap and do nothing else. I shall go with I've actually done the turn.
play Shadows.
I can attack
I'm going to play Routine Job, which is steal 1 and steal 1 for each copy of Routine Job. So basically, I steal 2 from you.
Yeah, each copy of Routine Job.
So I'm going to steal 2 from you. Give me that.
Screech bomb.
Boy. I'm going to play an Urshan and steal 1 from you.
I worked hard for all of those.
No, you didn't.
Sonic the Urchin.
Not a bad penny.
Does that also steal stuff from me?
No. However,
if it's destroyed, what happens?
He goes to my hand.
Attack that.
Oh, a friendly creature capture 1.
Yeah.
So bad penny's going to capture 1.
Kill me. It moves back, dang it.
No, say about what
I
you kill you. You know what they say about what you kill. Literally makes you strong.
Oh no, never mind. I cannot do I'll have to tap it in order to take the.
You and your bear from me and my bear from
Pass.
So what
skin,
whatever moves done?
So you remove stuff by tapping.
I'm going to
exhausting. So you untap it, you still have the stun. You can't do anything if you have the stun. Then you tap it.
Oh, okay.
And you remove the stun. I call it shake the stun.
Destroyed. Yeah. Destruction.
Sure, destruction. That's kind of destruction.
I can play this anytime.
Because then it's a shirt, right?
Yeah.
At least there's some things you can really hang your hat on in this one.
It's also new.
Artifact.
Everybody uses
You have 2
No. I think I will, though. I refuse.
For upgrades, don't.
I will put Bulwark down next to Ancient Bear. Why do those guys have elusive?
He has a
He has elusive, right?
Goes back. Mug
will-
one. Powers up. God damn that guy.
I'm gonna reap.
What do you guys That's
Good
fine.
idea. I will fight the guy that doesn't have elusive.
Bad penny.
Bad penny.
Okay, bad penny goes to my hand.
This is you destroyed. 1, 2,
I will play.
Deal 3
Alright,
damage to
bad
something.
penny goes
Sure you
one
will.
damage
And deal 2 damage to its
that
neighbor.
night.
No.
Fields? Do I have fields? I have fields.
Bad penny's there. She's helping.
I mean, I'm surprised that
I will play Inspiration.
And I'll
I get to ready and use a friendly creature.
No, I'm surprised it's holding 20.
punch into
Well,
him.
then.
To attack it with.
Use him again.
And then I'll
And
play.
capture another one. Bounty is just going up.
Tap it to
Up and up.
archive a card. What's archive again?
And
Is it draw?
Archive is
I guess that's it. I'm gonna
some
discard
magical
one.
plays that is neither your deck or
It is your turn.
and whenever you announce the house,
Alright,
cards pull
quickly,
out,
I'm
you can play
going to pick.
back into the.
It's effectively removed from the game. That keyword's not a thing anymore.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what if?
I'm going to play.
I mean, like,
Shadow
I have no
again.
reason why you
Play
guys.
Dis.
Yeah, guess who it is?
What are you guys doing?
Bad penny.
And another skeleton.
These cards suck.
No, because you cast
skeleton.
that and that's from.
Well, I don't have any skeletons, so
the
no.
other house, you can only
So I
attack
can't
with
use
things
both
that-
of them. I'll use because this one comes in exhausted.
Right.
This
So
one
that
doesn't.
turn belongs only to that house.
Give me
This
that.
entire game is just
Here we go.
me making
So I'm
stuff
gonna
and
play,
you
I'm gonna
taking.
play Dis.
Yes.
Okay, that works.
We don't get nice things.
I want to though. I want.
I'm going to
And I'm going to
attack Champion Anafield.
Yep.
I do 4 damage.
Because I
Which
want
is
some
enough to
money.
kill him.
It's your
He's
turn.
dead as well. You get this amber back. You assign 3 damage to everyone.
So if you smack him, he just doesn't do anything the first time.
Yeah. I see
If you
that.
deal damage with other sources,
Yeah,
it's
that's the thing.
That's 2.
Does kill my bear.
3.
Oh yeah, they're 2s. They're not 1s, they're 2s.
They're 2s, yeah.
But they have 2.
Kills him. On the
They
Phoenix
have
Art
2
vanishes
armor,
too.
so
Playing shadows.
Yep.
the only thing that'll hurt is a bear.
I believe
Even
does
then,
the-
bear will
does-
just load up with the assault too.
Does it go back into your hand actually?
And deal 3
Return this
damage.
creature
I
to
will choose Martians.
So 3 to that and 3 to that.
Go ahead.
Or
And,
1.
he keeps 1 damage.
Not bad.
He's dead. Then I'm going to play my other. I seem to have another one of these. A resell. Choose a house, return each creature of that house from your discard pile to my hand.
Yeah.
Gain 1 chain. I'll get that chain back. Oh, Arise! You're right, it's Arise.
Play
I'm waiting for glasses. I went in, I bought them, I'm waiting for them. They should be coming next week.
It's okay. I
will play
Arise. Capture. Just put them on top of the
region. So if other creatures are holding,
you get them back as long as you
yes.
I have no idea who else is coming up. I'm probably going to play some more of this because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
I'll put
great.
down a grabber jammer and a mind
Okay,
paper.
so I played that.
He's elusive,
and then
his
I'm going to
action
play
is that
my
I can
2
make you
charrettes
capture
again.
your own.
And my pit demon and my...
And then I'll play Phosphorus Stars and stun all non-action creatures.
More.
Thank
you.
You may want to put this guy on flame.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Not bad.
I thought that was
Okay, my go. So I'm going to start by playing Logos. Play Library Access, which for the remainder of my turn,
okay.
I'm going to just shuffle this straight out. For the remainder of my turn, each time I play another card, draw cards. Because I'm going to play something with Unchained.
Excuse me, I have to draw that.
I can't target it?
Oh no, I don't draw anything actually, so I don't lose my chain.
Oh,
I shall go with that.
then I'll also capture one.
Well, you have to forge your key first.
Extra lets me draw a card. Guess what he's taking?
Is he capturing one of my things?
Yeah.
That's a thing, yeah.
And guess what?
Oh, hey, that
I
guy.
draw a card.
And I've done nothing since I forged that second key. It's just been like,
You know what? Let's also put a Rocket Boots on next to the fun. And I draw a card.
Rocket Boots.
Rocket Boots! Creature gains fight rate. If this is the first time this creature was used this turn, ready it.
Oh,
So he gets to go again in
nice.
the case.
Okay. This is what I
I'll play Labyrinth. I'm going to choose. Hey, guess what? I draw a card.
Why don't you just house?
And that'll be my turn.
Wow.
And then I'm going to draw one.
That's it, you don't need to get
Realistically,
starter box, or you don't need to get store box.
And no pass.
Curious, I can
I
will
choose Untamed.
At the end of his turn, things untap. Stuff untaps at the end of turn as opposed to the beginning of turn.
I don't want to summon a bear. There's a bear right there. You know that the
I also fully heals the bear.
It does fully heal the bear, but I don't mind attacking with him and then bringing him back to life and then playing him again. That's all. Just fantastic.
Well, it's not even that you consistently destroy my stuff, and every time you destroy something, you just heal it all off.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It is great though.
Bears are strong.
I will play Nature's
So I use
Call
Bear Flute
and
to return the
to
bear.
your hand.
And now you
that's your
shuffle
hand.
your discard pile into your deck.
Nothing else.
This is what the bear flute
all
said.
down.
I can return up to 3 target creatures. I don't want to return anybody else. Everybody else looks pretty good where they are.
Nocturnal
I
maneuver,
will
exhaust these 3.
force this to capture one of your own things.
I'm gonna put it off because that's yours. So
That's fair enough.
Because it will be confusing.
It's quite confusing.
Or however many cards.
Let's see. Do I have any creatures in here?
Just like stuff it full of random
I will
that like you don't want to store.
Creature I play.
I will unstun these.
No, just be like, give us $10.
And then I'll sacrifice this.
Play
a Lost in the Woods.
Hunting Witch.
Okay.
Play another
Choose
Return
Well, yeah, but like,
to
bear. Like, there's
So
10
you
rares.
gain an amber.
Yeah, again, number.
And then I will Amber.
So we just took a still
one power.
And
of us playing.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take the amber. I'll return.
Did you take it?
Yeah. Okay. I'll return the bear. And I'll return.
Yeah, they all have one power.
Play a Gauntlet of Command, which is an artifact.
And damage is dealt at the same
Very
time.
good.
Okay.
And a Volunteer. Actually, no, sorry. Wrong order.
Whatever.
Let's play Heavy Huge.
Trying to buy
2 damage to each creature.
Gosh darn it.
Damaged.
Alright, so this has 2 armor. This dies.
Yep.
Red is
This
They're
has
shuffled
2
into
armor.
your library, into your deck.
You shuffle in my deck.
Yeah.
Takes
also not
1.
So no trying to steal the money.
This guy has 2 armor.
Mind you, I don't have much left in my deck, but I don't think I'm going to survive.
And then I'll do that. And then I'll do that. And then I will pass. Oh, and these take 2, so this goes up.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Mine, yours.
Which one's the most dangerous?
That penny hits my hand. And I'm gonna ready up.
I shall play a Nocturnal Measure to exhaust those.
Okay. Hi, boy. Yeah.
I select Mars.
Okay. I guess I'll fight this one.
Go away.
I'm gonna choose
And that will be turn.
I will.
And that's going to be game, because I can't stop you. I can play Logos and play Dexter, which allows me to capture one, but you've got far more than 6 there.
What's going on that guy? Seems pretty good.
Capture that.
Play
That was my main priority.
That was delicious hot water earlier. Good game. Well played.
Ugly Mega
That
Man.
is a good deck. Oh, cow.
It's a 5.
It's Ulig.
And it's a Ulik. It's a Ulik. It's
Mega
pretty
Mouse.
ugly.
Ulik Mega Mouse.
I mean, that, yeah.
At least you didn't say Ulig.
I mean, I
So
did
just one
not.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's good.
I will
I didn't like
play
it.
Red Planet Ray Gun.
One very interesting card.
Yeah, you can make some really nice combos.
Yeah.
No, this guy doesn't untap, right? It untaps at the end of the turn, right?
Yeah, the healing lights are really good.
Yes.
That. And capture.
Especially if you have ways to damage your own creatures.
Well, if you'd
That's it for me.
if you'd had that in your hand when I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
3 damage across the board. As a
so
matter of
we've
fact,
got
I
a
thought
little
about that because
control.
that's one of my decks,
Yeah.
one of my 2 decks.
My turn.
And when I did that, I was like, oh crap, he better not have healing light in his hand, or else he's gonna reap like 10,000 amber.
Well,
got no
at one
plan,
point
let's
he
be ready
did do
given
3
fight
damage
with
to all
him.
of my creatures with one of your cards.
Well, that's what I meant.
And
I
then
did
play
healing
Warsaw
light.
immediately after.
So the remainder of the turn.
Oh, and you took one off of them and got your
Yes.
okay. I didn't.
And that's why I went
You
discard
did
this.
have it.
Yeah.
No reason to play it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh well.
I drew them both at the same time.
I'm gonna
like,
start smacking.
one turn after the other, and I was just like,
This troll is a
well, I'll
nut.
play one,
Alright.
and then save
Okay,
the other
so
one
let me
just in
start with
case
this.
like
So
somebody
how many
turns
health does he
around
have
and starts
left?
doing.
Oh, I can't be very
That's what
much.
Venus Power was for as well.
He's still
Yep.
So I was
He's
gonna
18.
potentially do 3 damage to all my
I think it's
creatures.
like a 14.
Yeah, and then you play the healing light, and then you're good as gold.
He's an 18.
And you've got
5, 8, 11,
Yeah, that's great.
14, 15.
So he needs.
Yeah, I like that I placed all my
He actually has one more.
themes that I do enjoy. Like
that's
I
not
like
fine.
the
damage.
Paladin, the protection,
4 damage and 2 shields.
and I like
So
the
You do deal 6 damage.
like
That's
the
fine. Fire Spirit can do it one go. Deals 1 damage to everybody.
Oh, tap.
So
Yeah, the
shield,
Untamed is
shield.
lots of fun. They have a lot of good, like just those
Oh,
last
no,
cards that you
this
play
guy's shielded, this
are
guy's
great.
shielded,
Exhaust
that guy
3,
shielded.
return 2 cards.
He's
It's
shielded.
just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that
you know,
guy.
the whole idea of being lost in the woods and being swallowed by the forest. You know, the powers of nature just like absorbing these like
He's dealing
demons.
5
Like,
damage. So he's dealing 6
by the
total to
undergrowth.
that guy.
Alright.
So when is release?
I will give
The
you
15th
all your money
of
back.
November.
This is when you
Wow.
attack.
Okay, so 2 weeks.
And
3 weeks.
Congratulations.
and
Finally,
there's going to be
finally
a
brought him down.
re-release. And I'm going to put Hairy Tarantula onto that. That's going to be on the
We're not
10th.
using it.
And I get
I'm
one
Or
from Warsaw.
anytime after the 10th.
Yeah.
I know that that's
6 damage.
Ravinica.
Let's see.
Or Ravnica. Ravnica,
This guy's a 1/1.
so it's not great timing, but at the same time, you know, I think Jeremy was saying that they're kind of, you want to be sort of all in on this, so
This troll's gonna
Yeah,
be
you'll make
slamming
space
into
for
him.
it.
We'll have a studio
Troll's a
downstairs set
9.
up as well.
He's taking 1 shield.
So
So
instead of
he's
using
1
this kind of
health,
setup,
so
we're
take
actually
8
building like an
damage
actual
because he has
dedicated
+1.
studio.
fantastic.
So that'll be set up and ready probably for that then.
And the way that the way that it's going to work is that you're going to
One
get
hand
a
Got 8 on him. He's 9 on him.
So he's at a 1.
some marketing stuff,
Nine, all
like
the
planets and
16.
things like that, the standard event things.
7.
Then you're going to get a free starter box that's going to have all your tokens and stuff like
Sorry,
that in it.
16.
Oh no,
Then,
17.
the boutique is going to purchase a display box of 12 decks.
Making it
So anybody who wants to be at the event will come.
Still
They'll
got
pay
one
their
shield.
$12,
No, because the shield's
$14.
off. Because I knocked it off.
They'll get a deck.
Dealt 1,
And
and
then
then
you
you
just
took
play.
8 because this is
Just like
9
this.
minus
It's not going to be a
15.
tournament. It's going to be
That's
a
why you took 8.
learn to play.
Oh, that was this guy.
Okay.
No, that was this guy.
And,
That's what the troll was fighting.
Yeah.
So the only thing
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
can
yeah,
be done with this that you can do a lot of
Oh, and I get 1.
is a box opener.
This and this.
That's right.
Where you preview all the cards and it's like, well, we can't.
No.
Damage, 2
it doesn't
damage,
work.
1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is dead.
That's right.
But you couldn't collect, like, because there's only a set amount of cards for each
things that are not
guild, isn't there? For each faction.
Yeah, and I can't remember how many. I mean, there's some, they're numbered, but I
You
don't
could
know.
affect one.
that's up to
So actually, you know what? Kiwi's gonna fight
Show off every card. If you have,
Kiwi's
like,
a 7.
all the cards.
He took one from Fire Breath, so he has 1 shield.
But I
and
don't know
5
what the
health,
numbering.
So he should die, and I will live on a 4. No, you're at a 5. So I have 2 left.
I get 1 for each blank thing
Okay.
before, if you didn't forge any.
And then
this one.
These tokens would be really nice in acrylic.
Well, these, like I was saying earlier, they're just.
They're not the final
7
form for
because
tokens.
you're not on the flank. So Welger's a 7,
They are.
and you have no
To be honest,
shields.
I don't know.
But
They're
you need
placeholders,
1 more to die.
This is
So
what
you're-
they
you're left
had
with 1 health.
for Gen Con.
So I
So I
take
don't know
7
what
from
the
that.
final points are going to be. But yeah, they're probably going to look like that, but probably be like
Like the
they were
Destiny
saying, like,
thicker style.
Probably, yeah.
Because I know that.
Or acrylics.
Well, the acrylics I think will come out if there's going to be a competitive scene, like if you do tournaments and run stuff like that as prizes. Because that's what
People will
Destiny
just print their own acrylics.
They will. They always will.
Yeah.
But they're not official.
One of your
Exactly.
So this guy's got 16 damage marked on him, but he's got 1 health.
Yeah.
I barely just blew up the other thing. I'm just
Alright,
like,
and he's got
awesome.
he's got how much?
Yeah, so there's
2
going to be
left,
different ways
because
to
he's
do
a 7 right
tournaments
now.
with this.
And I'm gonna
You
draw.
can just,
What did he,
bring your
what
deck
did he
tournaments.
He
You
hit
can have
both.
By the
sealed
end of the
deck
day, there's no
tournaments.
difference between having a printed deck tournament and a sealed deck tournament.
Go ahead.
Right,
Right, because every deck's,
for sure.
there's no
I
fixing
will
going
call-
on.
No, but
so
at least you know your deck, right?
Yeah.
The sealed deck would be a little bit more like play and then swap it back and forth and play again and see, you know.
Charisma Think Drone.
Somebody told me of a cool way of doing it would be to.
So we'd play that and then we'd swap decks
I will.
to effectively see which person has the
Key of Darkness.
is the better player as opposed to which person has just the better deck.
The better deck, yeah. Or, you know, but that's it. And then there's also the magic format where you bring your worst deck.
And you give it to your opponent.
Yeah.
There's also the one where you bid on decks. I think I saw that one. Where you bid on a
Forgot about that
deck.
magic format. That's a great magic format.
Yeah.
I will.
I like the idea of bidding on decks though, because you basically gain, you can bid a number of chains,
Oh,
and then you're like, well, I can start with 20 chains, but I get a really good deck.
Yeah.
But then I just don't draw anything ever.
Yeah, am I going to be able
Yeah.
to survive with as good a deck as that is? And the person who wins the tournament will probably be the one who balances the strength of the deck with the right number of chains.
Do chains prevent draw off of like actions, or is it purely just drawing at the end of the turn?
Drawing at the end of the turn.
So I can still draw theoretically like this and other stuff. So it might still
Then you'll
balance
never
out.
lose your chains if you.
And the thing is, yeah, and you don't lose chains if you don't draw. So for instance, if you're at 5 cards and you have to draw up to 5,
Yeah, it needs to actually penalize you.
But the idea being like, if you start a game and now you're down to 0 cards, you can still draw a card, and if you can play it, you play it. If you don't play it, then it's still in your hand for when you go for your next turn to do
Correct.
stuff, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like building up for the future effects.
Yeah, that's right. And
So,
then
I will reap.
I don't know what this was from.
I believe it's on that guy. I think it's a capture.
Okay.
another tournament
I don't know.
format
Did I
I
make
heard
you
from
capture?
You might have made
Yes,
the
another
capture.
retailer I was
Yes.
talking to. He was talking to Jade.
Alright, well, that's not going to be very helpful.
He said
I will
it'd
deal
be
1
cool to come
damage
with like
to that creature for each Mars creature.
3 or 4 decks.
And you can have
And
it
if you
back
win with your
fine.
deck,
He exploded.
When he reaps,
you-
you
If you win with it, you keep it, and if you
No, if you win with it, it's
use the next
kicked out, and then you have to use your next deck.
You want to capture?
So
Oh,
it's sort of like the
it's not-
person who
Okay, I'm not capturing it.
couldn't get all of their decks through to the final type
He had
thing.
it
Oh, he's stunned.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that it's
Exhausted.
about the skill with the decks rather
And
than
then
just,
I will
you know,
reap and capture
it's a
1.
cool idea.
Stop it.
And then I will reap, and I will reap.
and attack with a bear.
Will not attack with the bear. Is this on here, sorry, or is he?
Yeah, that was the one you reap.
Okay. And I will reap and reap 2 more.
Be interesting to
And
find a deck that has multiple bears.
Yeah.
Well, it lists on the
flute,
bear
multiple
flutes as many as you can get.
find
That's
yeah.
scary. I still think bear flute's a little powerful.
it's a little bit
Because it
weird because
doesn't
it's like,
leave.
what if you had 3 bears?
Just
or
destroy the
something,
bear flute.
Sent them all in.
What?
Destruction cards.
There's not that many.
There aren't that many.
It's really hard to get rid of a flute.
Yeah.
It's a flute.
They're scary artifacts.
Destroy
I
each
know.
creature. and gain 3 chains.
Like the
logos.
The Thin of Command is pretty lethal as well.
Yeah. Some of these are really like he keeps just putting 1/1 counters on stuff, and I'm like, oh, great. Speaking logos.
Oh!
Library
That's
access.
an interesting card.
So
I was like, what does this do? And then I noticed the other symbols.
Yeah, that's a really good card.
It is.
Is that Sanctum?
Yeah.
It's Virtuous Works.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's nice.
Pay 7 for my first and only key.
That's amazing with this deck. If you can get if you can get that out with another, you know,
The key charge.
Yeah.
So, my turn. So I play a library access.
Yes.
Every time I play a card, I will not draw.
Sweet.
I did once. I was playing that deck. I was playing Untamed, and I had the Mimicry card.
I know. Okay.
I had the Mimicry card. I don't know if you've seen that, but the Mimicry card is an Untamed card that allows you to use the action, use an action out of your opponent's discard pile. So my opponent had just played Virtuous Works,
You should have 5.
which does its thing. Well, I might as well say it gives you 3 amber, right?
Oh, okay.
So he got 3 amber. I played Mimicry,
Draw up to 5
so I took his
cards.
Virtuous Works. I got 3 amber. My Mimicry went into my discard pile. I activated the Witch of the Eye. I reaped 1 with the Witch of the Eye, which allows me to take a card out of my discard pile. I took Mimicry. I played Mimicry again. I replayed Virtuous Works and got 3 more amber.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
My opponent was lost for words. It was pretty nice.
I'm sorry, this is getting, I keep forgetting that the order matters here. And I'm like, I started moving them.
So Twin Bolt Emission. Deal 2 damage to creatures. So you blow up. Because you have nothing on there. So he blows up. I'll knock the 2 shields off of the knight. Cool. And I get an amber. And I draw a card because of...
Grab your amber.
I did.
Okay. I'll play.
And I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
And blow him up.
Alright, he finally dies.
Hooray! I'm going to blow up this because I
can attack.
I might as well just destroy it because it's 2 damage. And then I
no
get
worry
an
for
amber.
anything.
Which I did. Oh no, I did. I took that back.
Let's see.
And then I draw a card. And then I play a Dextry. And I draw a card, capture 1. I play a Dextry. Capture 1. Capture 1, draw a card. Okay. What was in my hand? I don't care about that one. Okay. Do I do this?
Do it, because this, like, you need to do something. I still have 6. Is it discard half?
Yeah.
Alright. Now we got a game.
No, we don't. What are you talking about? There's not been a game since the start.
It's a game. Did you lose your amber?
Yeah.
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 Each time I play a card.
This is a cool life choice.
Alright.
Go ahead. I have chains, so I can't draw.
Okay.
I
will choose Sanctum.
No.
I will
Stop it.
play Cleansing Wave and heal 1 damage from each creature.
I'll play
And
this.
gain 1 amber for each of those. There's the 3 you I will.
I'll try to read first.
I will play Sergeant Zachiel. I will ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Do I want to do that? No. There you go. I will ready and fight
Then I'll say
with this guy.
creature. And then I will destroy this one.
I'm gonna do that.
The one that didn't fight.
Oh, I don't really want to fight.
I don't really.
I don't really want to fight with that guy.
You can choose not to fight if you really don't want to fight.
I can choose not to fight, but
that's not as fun.
It's not as fun. I will choose not to fight with him. And I will play Virtuous Works and gain 3 more amber.
Okay.
But when you draw, you have to draw up to 6. You have more than 6 times.
That ends my turn.
Yeah, it does. It's my turn. I'm picking Shadow. Put 2 amber on both, on 1 on each, please.
Why?
1 because skeleton keys are scaling amber.
Oh, okay. 1 amber on each of them?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Silvertooth hits the field. Nexus hits the field. Bad Penny hits the field. I'm stealing 1 from you. that's how it's going to go.
Is it, you can get me under 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Shuffle up. You just draw and then shuffle up.
Dusk Runner hits the field,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah. So
when this
you
creature
end up
reaps
drawing
steal
all
1.
your
Hey, I'm
cards.
reaping. Guess what I'm getting?
Oh, does he have the?
He comes into play ready.
ready.
He's basically has haste. Hey, thanks.
I will play my.
Thanks.
Dang.
Oh,
We'll
did I
play
take the thing? Where's my card? Oh, here it is. This is my hand.
Smash
Right.
will stun a creature.
Because I can choose to pick it, but I can't do all of that, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. Don't eat it right now. Okay. And then I'm going to pass. This all goes back. I'll draw 5 and lose my turn. So it's your turn.
I'll actually play him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no, this is another one. Sorry, I'll whatever thing. What was it?
I will choose
I'll
Martian.
read
Sure,
it.
sure.
Okay. Well, you just read. You don't use it first. You just read.
I will deal 2 damage to this guy and deal 2 damage to that.
3.
3? Oh, wait. Shit. Alright.
That's my turn.
I will reap with this guy.
Yep.
I can
use a
friendly non-Mars creature. That friendly non-Mars creature is going to be the Niffle.
Yep.
What happens if we don't have enough targets?
Yes, it will.
If it says like choose
And
2,
when he reaps, I also deal 1
2.
damage to
Can I
a
play it?
creature.
Yeah.
1 damage for each Martian.
Even if I don't
that I've
have
got.
2?
Who's blowing up?
4. I will go up.
Choose 2 from.
I don't think you can.
I will ready and use.
I have a question.
Niffle.
But this card says choose 2 friendly creatures and 2
attack.
enemy creatures. What if I don't have 2?
Choose the one.
You have an elusive?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't have any, then
2 damage to him to start.
this.
Yep. 3. So we just crash.
Choose 2, and I'll choose mine, and then shuffle back to the deck.
I will
And I get an reap.
capture 1 from you.
Go back.
I will.
Sure. Opponent.
I will.
You cannot use creatures to fight on the next turn.
Yep.
Mana.
I'm just going to regular.
Just gonna regular reap. Do I want to archive a friendly creature or artifact from playing? No.
Lose an amber.
I mean, those are all pretty good.
Yeah, nothing you really need to pull out right now.
Actually, I just discard.
And I will play.
Then I'll play this.
John's
Charged
mine.
out a creature with 1. And then I gain chance.
And I will play Funk.
So I draw 1 less.
And that ends my turn.
Or what happens?
Alright.
You drop the 5.
Alright then. I'm picking Lotus.
Okay. And I shuffle. I draw first, right?
Draw those first and then.
You don't want to pick Lotus?
Shuffle and draw 2.
That's not out yet, right?
No, you know what? I'm going to pick Shadow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I like Shadow.
Okay.
I'm going to skill 2 because I have a routine job I believe in here. Yeah, so I get 2 of yours. Thanks. I'm going to skeleton key 2 of those onto Dexter again.
Play 2, capture 3.
I'm going to steal 1 with you and reap, so I gain 1 and steal 1. So thanks, those are mine now.
Yep.
Okay.
Bad Penny is going to attack. Yeah, because she has to. So she's a 2. So you slap Z for 2, and then you blow up 1. Takes 1. She dies. And we play her again.
At the beginning of the turn?
So you draw the number
And that's it.
move it.
That's true.
And I draw.
Draw 1, and then go back up to whatever.
I mean, I'm sure.
I will
Play
choose
boxes.
Martians.
Yeah, can't mention why.
Lose a.
Kind of, right?
If I look closely enough, I can find some
I
schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Each turn.
Oh, wait. Nope. I still don't.
And that's
Yeah,
why,
you're
because you would win.
Damn, okay.
That's why I have to stop you right now.
And
I will tunk into.
I'll punk into this. What? There are some weird sounding words in this game, just saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
hold
exhaust
on,
when
hold
they
on.
Correct.
Do I have any Mars? No, I don't. Alright, well that's helpful.
That chain is gone.
He
right?
had a
Yeah,
18
that's 1 ages.
power creature and a 16 power creature at one
I'll
point.
play.
16?
18 and
Yeah,
16
pretty
because
good.
there's a card that says
I'll
put
play
2
Inspiration,
plus
ready
1
feature.
counters on for each damaged creature. And when he has a board full of things that have 1 damage, he's like,
Okay, now, here's what we're gonna do.
Hazardous 2,
Yes.
I
What
will.
is Hazardous 2?
Coordinating media content.
Yep.
I will deal 2
He writes
damage.
letters to different designers
to-
and companies.
about
He's gotta keep
theming
stealing.
games after his hometown, which is
He's always
Huddersfield
stealing.
in the UK.
I'll do 2 damage to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Is that good?
I will then reap with Drawn Smite.
Hazardous
ready a
is if
non-agent
you
to
are
use creature.
attacked,
Yep.
you
And I will
deal 2 damage to the
again.
attacker before
again.
they damage you.
This guy, that guy gets purged.
yeah, so I mean, he's done things like,
Gotcha.
if you
I
got
can't hit you because
pandemic
you've elusive, right?
I
they
will.
keep retheming.
I can't hit
But
you
he had
because
sent,
you've elusive, right?
I don't know if he actually sends the letters
I'll
and
just
makes
tap
up
and make
responses.
a-
I know some designers, like he was saying, terraforming,
reap
instead of Mars, terraforming
And
Huddersfield.
one.
Right.
And like,
I
the,
will
the
ready and use a
CEO of Strong
non-Mars
you know,
creature.
did a response to him
That
and
will
put it online.
Right, Stephen Bonacore, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if
be
he,
Ancient Bear.
I'm assuming
Ancient Bear will attack.
this was made up, but
this
it could
guy.
have been real.
Sure.
He
5
said, he wrote a
damage
letter
to
about
You
Keyforge.
take 4.
Okay.
And then he said, well, I got a response back. And read this response from Richard Garfield saying like,
Alright.
well,
Sorry.
you know,
This is not a
actually,
creature.
because every
Well,
name
I'm
is
just gonna
different.
heal my
There
bear.
is a
Yeah, play a
deck.
non-babies.
That's
Huddersfield.
No, no, no.
And you look up in the name, but then you
So
know,
Smash will
so this guy
send
posted on
your-
Twitter,
I will.
and then somebody responds, no,
I'll attack
that's missing
Penny,
the R.
I
That's
guess?
Huddersfield.
Penny explodes.
Penny
Why
explodes
Like,
violently.
one character
I will reap and capture 1 from you.
That's like the monkeys and the typewriters,
Yes,
you know.
yeah.
And
The best of times, it was the blurst of times. You stupid monkey.
Then
I'll
I'll
just
get
reap again.
you with
Sure.
It's like, so I was reading about like the names,
then I
and it's
will
like, I understand
whoever I've got, like,
that, but the art,
one
I don't feel bad.
And each
I'm
time
sorry?
an enemy
I don't feel
creature
bad.
is destroyed during your turn,
Yes.
a
I don't
friendly
feel
creature
bad.
You shouldn't.
captures
the procedurally generating the art just
almost.
seems
I'm gonna.
Well,
amazing.
it's not the. It's just
I'm gonna
this.
play this and give somebody one.
not-
Yes, right. But like even that,
I will
So,
give.
oh, yeah.
I'll give
I mean, I don't know
one
if they just have a
token to
bank of
this.
little elements and they randomly
Yeah.
connect them, but it's like
Yeah, apparently that's what it is.
Cool. I'm making Shadow again.
No, and just the just
Shadow.
production
I
of
afford the
games
keys.
I find fascinating. I was talking with with Andrew Navarro, the new
I have two.
and then you remove
and
the
it was right after S and
And then
after
I'm
Gen
going
Con,
to
they
raid Naughty
announced
Defeat.
the Super
But
Star
I'm going to steal
Destroyer.
2 of yours.
Right. I was in the room, they brought it out, and everyone was like, "Oh my
I
god!"
can do.
Cheering,
Set my eyes by me.
laughing,
You can't
high-fiving
do that
and
now.
stuff.
I can't do that now.
Explain how the whole
Alright.
thing worked with its 8 lasers or whatever else.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Everyone was
So
just like
I
laughing.
pass.
Like,
I draw the
at
1
end,
and then I
he's
shuffle
like,
the
yeah,
summon
it's
dragon.
going to cost. And everyone went, oh! It was like noises of deflating. But it was funny because right after that, they announced Keyforge, and there was just
Yeah,
silence.
screw you.
As everyone
No,
was like,
no keys for you. How dare you?
I saw it, and it's like I don't really
So I
care
draw
about
1
the
more because I
theme
didn't
that
draw. I had
much,
full
and
5.
then it's like. How they do that? Like,
Yeah.
that's interesting. And then so I
will
just
choose
read more and
Martians.
more about it. And it's like, I want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will do that thing where I
but
read
what's great is that I was
and
talking
deal
to
2
Andrew
damage.
about the
This guy
about
doesn't
that
go
Super
away
Star
yet.
Destroyer.
Still have +1.
I was like,
But
that's
then I'm
amazing.
gonna read.
It's just such
I'm
a
gonna
thing.
read.
He's like, yeah,
And then
I
read
didn't.
again.
So you get back.
sure if
So
we
I
were
took
gonna
2
be
and you
able to
came back. No, sorry, they were put on.
So what do you mean?
They were stolen.
You weren't going to be able to
No,
make it.
they were.
Stole.
Because we were.
These are captured. So you get 1 back.
Okay. I got
The whole thing is about
Yeah.
Then I'll deal
the
2
IP.
damage.
So basically,
I
they make
will-
the Super Star Destroyer and then send it
I'll
off to China.
Tunk will
And
fight
send it all off
Penny
to
again.
China, and China would figure out
Yeah.
some
Keep
cost
stealing
to
my
make it,
shit.
and send that
back
back
to my hand.
and then they'd look at it and
Cool.
I don't know
How
how
much
much
do you have?
I don't
Take
need
down
any of
the-
this.
down
Like,
some
just
of the details.
honestly.
And then they would send
How
it
much?
off
I
to
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep stacking so that when you do half the stuff, I don't have
Okay,
to.
we're good with that.
I don't have to worry about it.
Cool.
So I will reap. This lets me.
I have nothing to
capture.
capture.
I can use a friendly non-Mars creature, so I'll reap again.
Back to the
More? I get 4 more.
Back to China. He said just
Sure.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do against this?
And I destroy this instead of destroying
that's unbelievable.
It won't let me build a key. It's not my fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
This,
And I will end my
his
turn.
deck is designed to just drag the game out.
It kinda is, but that's not my
You can
fault.
go ahead. I got nothing to play. I've just got
Then I'll
Martians.
generate a...
How many do you have? I have to know.
Okay.
It actually impacts what I'll do.
It says you have 5 health. I only have
12,
Alright, I'm gonna
14,
fight.
16, 18,
This makes
20,
6 damage, 5 health. So
I have 22.
What the heck?
But
So-
see, he doesn't build very much.
You build that all on. You got that all on one turn.
Well,
No,
no,
because
I,
I've stopped him from building keys. It just stacks.
I get
Yeah.
It's consistently stacked.
so he's kept me at
So
like
Asmon's
5.
just saying no.
Oh, you can't forge a key this turn?
Miasma says your opponent cannot forge a key until next turn.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then before that, he's kept me at like 5. Like, I've been at like 8, and he's like, I steal 2, I capture 2. There you go. Okay, fine. I build back up. All the things that I don't have. But then the next turn he steals more, and so he moves half of mine.
Those guys that capture,
it's just that
they
I've
go
got
back
all
to his
these.
hand when they're destroyed or something, didn't they?
Some of them, yeah.
No, wait, never mind.
When
That
he
was
has
the part
captures,
I
he has
played.
business screwing that
I
up.
had-
This is great. I really love purging stuff.
Yeah, purging's hard to fight.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that creature
This
ever
is my
again.
archive, by the way.
Oh yeah?
I'm picking Shadow. This is my archive card.
Again? All right.
And you get an amber.
I do get an amber.
But yeah, he didn't generate very much amber. It's like I had stuff that's like steal all but 6 of their amber, or it's like
Penny.
steal all but 5 of their
Capture
amber.
2 of yours.
Okay.
Routine job, which is steal 1.
Yeah. I draw in my hand.
You're getting there.
Thanks. It's not helping, but that.
I'm trying. Okay.
You're trying, and then I guess I'm gonna just pass it over.
Yeah, the more I've looked into like how they designed it and stuff, then it's like
So I don't build a key.
I've just learned so much about the
Very
theme
obvious
that now
reason.
it's like yes, I'm into it.
Thankfully, you don't build a key.
Because at first it's like
I'll
a
choose
new
Martians.
world. It's not tied to any
and,
IP. It's not.
Say goodbye to Penny
Like, I don't know
forever.
that I care.
Yeah, you can have this right now.
But as
Then
you
the more
play,
I learn- yeah.
the factions really start to pop. They really develop their identities.
Well, and then that's like just reading about how the game is made. It's like, ooh, that
This lets
faction
me
sounds
use
like my
another
play
one,
style.
7.
Like, so I want that, and I want that.
There is one way I
I guess I'll buy decks until I can find
But it'll be fun to see what
Untamed
happens.
with Shadow with the disc.
And then I pass turn.
Trade a deck with somebody who hasn't. Not so,
Logos.
Okay.
I'm gonna library balance
So
all
if you're curious about how I keep making so many, right? So it's reap and do something, tap him, untap, sorry, exhaust him, but he's reaping as well. That lets me reap a second time, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these lets me use a friendly non-Mars creature, that's 8.
Excuse me?
So
yeah, Mars does amazing chaining stuff.
Yeah, it's
bonkers.
Half of that's gone.
Okay.
That's exactly what I
Do I
expected.
even want to counter? Just go there.
Your choice.
Gentleman's
choice.
In order to use this, I have to use my disc in order to cast it.
Correct.
And I wanted to use this guy, but this guy is a
Doesn't matter.
untamed.
You use it as if it was yours.
Can I still use my artifacts?
Round it down.
Even though they're from other 13. I want to try.
No. Unless they have Omni.
6, 9, 12.
Omni means that you can use an artifact regardless
There
of
we
the.
go.
I'm gonna just gamble this
So I
out.
do get a creature. Is it? Where does the creature go?
Well, nothing happens.
No. I'm trying to talk to your hand.
Oh, that was fantastic.
But you beat him. He beat me.
Yeah, he can't stop the
Kicking and screaming.
I did.
I
Yeah,
had
he kept me in position for so long. I'm sitting there like I've got 8. There's no way. Steal 2, steal 4, capture 2. Okay. I guess I'll wait till next turn. I just build back up. I feel like the banker in a Monopoly game. I've got all of it. It just keeps going in that direction. I'm blue. I see that.
Yeah, Shadow's
like
good.
magic.
Shadow's good like that.
Just like magic.
And then you got to the point, it's at that point where you've got like a hand where it's like, I don't really want to do any of this. I just want to keep beating him about the head and shoulders with Martians.
Yeah. That's exactly what happens, because I can't do anything.
Yeah, they synergize.
Those Mars guys are really.
They're really strong.
Yeah. You have to nip them in the bud. They're like
Like
Murlocs.
roaches.
The problem is I
Roaches.
can't.
They're like Murlocs in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Played the round table. All of these guys have taunt. I can't attack those.
And then I made sure that I like split it
stacked
up.
it and made it worse.
All the knights have taunt, and then I made sure that I kept putting knights
plus
down.
1 power.
Yeah.
Discards a random card from its hand.
There is nothing in here that lets you bounce stuff. That's the problem.
This okay, the purge mechanic is really valuable.
Yes.
Like hyper valuable. I almost get like a bit of a deck builder feel with this, where it's like I kind of want to be archiving my weaker creatures so that I can get them out of the rotation of the deck.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a good
Well,
enough
for
position
me,
for that.
I had
Ever Wrestling Principle is fantastic.
those are the egg guys. What's the egg?
Which one? Shadows?
Shadows. So I had shadows. And I could purge all of my shadow creatures.
I remember half his money.
And for each I purge,
he had 29.
I get.
Because I kept consistently going, you can't make a key, you can't make a key.
He kept stopping me, and it's like I ran out of shadows.
Because at some point it's like I couldn't.
My deck was pretty small at that point.
Yeah,
it's like I'm using my guys regularly.
Who won?
I'll play this.
This is just
I'll play.
It's your stealing mechanic's really good. It's just I tried to outproduce.
I exhausted all your creatures on the last turn, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god. Sorry guys.
And bounce tier 2 capture things back into your hand.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. At that point, I was just holding on, you know, like
So there are
clinging to hope.
mavericks. They call it. And it's when something that's not from your faction will just randomly appear in your deck. Yeah. The maverick, like there's.
So what happens in that case? Can you not call that?
No, I mean it's just a refaction card. So it's a card from a different faction that's themed with your faction.
Oh, okay.
I imagine that will end up. No, I think what happens with those is that's when, if you can archive an opponent's card.
The Hairy Tarantula, long a favored destination for hobby enthusiasts around the world, has moved into a spacious new location at 3456 Yonge Street. You and your friends and family are all invited to the Hairy Tarantula Grand Opening Sale and Halloween Party, October 26th through the 28th. Enjoy complimentary food, dress up and enter the costume contest. Experience the terror of the Haunted Dungeon. Save money on your favorite games and comics. Visit hairyt.com for more details. That's HAIRYT.com.
It was the one that sort of like the like I'm joining so I can watch everything. Oh, the Facebook people. I'm trying to look up. But I know people keep posting the deck list on there. And there's somewhere like the text is a different color on the card. And there's a word for them. But it's like an out of fashion card. Really? Yeah. I've heard of it. They get randomly put in like. Okay, it was. Actually, let me find out who signed up. Simon is an admin. Jeremy and Jake are moderators.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not sure that's the right thing.
Right.
Yeah, here, Maverick Bear. So this bear, he's normally in Untamed, but now in
Yeah. Bear.
And it's like, I guess, not very fun.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
But not your spirit, right?
I don't want to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What? No. You won.
He's right. It's basically, you're just about to win.
What? I had more potatoes here. What's about the harvest?
Yeah. Most games. Yeah, most games end up like that in my experience.
Oh no.
Right, so there is like some sort of rare. But on the deck list they have a symbol. And it's meant to be 37, or you get a count that. I wish there was a preview event to stay at Essence. Everybody.
On the deck, yeah, what circles are Yeah, like, because they were all new to us. I'll ask about the lion then first. Yeah, no worries.
I kind of just wanted to my team.
Yeah, it was fun. And you played it a few times, and you did well with it. So,
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'll have a word with,
not for anybody else, but it was fun.
with the powers that be, and thank you. See what I can do for you.
Go out and try to buy the deck.
That could be a secondary market. Cola campaign.
Yeah. So the problem is you don't see what's in the deck. You like, I gotta buy all of these in that deck.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I was saying to a few people, there can definitely be a secondary market for this. It will be for the whole deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's more like trading an entire deck. Like, you're like, I got this faction. If I could put my on my deck, other items of my faction. Yeah, it's all faction based and all like.
And then also with the QR codes, they're traceable. So you could, in theory, you could sell a deck that won a regional.
Yeah.
Somewhere, and then the person wants to have it with glamour, and they buy it. If they
correct. Yeah. It's literally that. It's not even like copy the deck. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's why I thought Patrick would like this game. Because he doesn't like milling out games. The extra.
But not that much.
Yeah. Because he doesn't like milling out, and he doesn't like net decking. Both. Either of those.
There is no argument on both.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
here's a symbol after.
There's one other one which is special, and that's a triangle.
Yeah, there's a triangle after the name. A light web